kitchen.
I was born a unicorn. I could have sworn you believed in me. Then how come all the other unicorns are dead? We're never gonna stop. We don't wanna stop. We want one again. I write the song. You say I'm doing it wrong. You are doing it wrong.
What are you making? Is that angry cat?
Your crystals under my pillow. Send your pistol to my bedfellows. It also says.
When dream beasts are dying down and on out, they're there. If we agree they're there, they're there. Alive and showing.
You stop believing in me. If you stop believing in me. We're the unicorns. We're more than horses. We're the unicorns and we're people too.
No.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Eric Dewey.
And I'm Steve O'Mooney.
I'm Matthew.
And we are Socially Awkward. Hey, we're back, everybody.
Hello.
It's been a couple of weeks.
Yes.
We had a week off there for just general vacation and holiday stuff, and then we had another week off because people were out of town and other people like me were sick as a dog and really
just do what I do. I go tell people, I go, look, it's the holiday season. We're going to try to give you some new content, but you know what? Enjoy the holiday season, and we'll have a bunch of new shows for you guys.
Yeah, everything's all crazy
year,
lately.
so.
Very busy.
Yeah, so there'll probably be some more weeks coming up in the near future where we will have missing shows again. So just forewarning, I know I'll be out of town at least one Friday coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I don't know if you guys will want to do a show or not, or take the week off again. Who cares? You guys can do what you want.
I think I'm going to have that Friday off the day after Christmas, but that's up to everybody else, you know.
I think that's the Friday I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, I think that's the Friday that I won't be here.
Where are you going?
Going up to Flag. We've got our timeshare up in Flagstaff, so I will be. That Friday I will be here. It's the Friday after that, the 2nd of January. That's the Friday.
Matthew has the same look on my face. You're going to ask the same question.
What?
You have a timeshare?
Oh, I knew he had a timeshare.
I had no idea.
His annual Flagstaff trip.
And I've known him longer than you. I feel so bad.
I did the show one year from when we were with the previous incarnation of the show.
Oh,
remember
man.
when we were Skyping in back in the day,
we did that?
before even the previous network that we were attached to, when we actually just had to do all the shows recording via Skype and we weren't even going live. So
Okay. Yeah, that was
man.
I swear that was a dark year.
Well, that was the show that I was doing from Flagstaff because I had just been fired for having bad credit from a job doing tech support for a web hosting company. Try to figure out why that matters in any way, shape, or form.
Oh wait, okay, so that was the first version
first version of the show before we were ever even on the network. Before we were even doing
I thought we
live.
were talking about the one where. I'm thinking 2012.
No, this would have been 11, I think. I don't know. So anyway, Okay. So we've been out for a couple of weeks. So
I guess we're gonna play catch up. Matthew. I have to say this, Matthew. When Matthew leaves, though, when Matthew comes back, he has adventure stories. Matthew
Adventure stories?
You do stuff. Like, if we take a week off, it's like, Steve, what happened? I'm like, I got my dick stuck in a blender. You know, it's nothing.
You gotta stop doing that, dude.
Yeah, it's nothing important.
Steve, it's really becoming a problem, man.
you know, that question, will it blend? Yes. Okay, just know that the answer is yes. You don't have to prove it every time.
I don't understand why you try to do the self-mutilation, man.
You know,
You really
have
gotta
a
not do
problem
that.
when you show up at the hospital and the doctor's all like, you put your dick in a blender, and it's the first time you've ever been to that hospital. You know, it's just weird. So Matthew, you've had adventures. Where were you at?
Last weekend, went up to Salt Lake City because
Picked up a couple extra wives.
no shit. No, my wife's best friend was getting married, so she was in the bridal party and stuff. So we went up there and did some wedding things and hung out and saw the Hunger Games.
Nice. I saw that today.
You guys can do a review.
Yeah, we can talk. I saw it today. That was our holiday party for work because we went and saw the Hunger Games, which was really great because we were eating during the, we were up at iPix up in Scottsdale.
Oh, yeah.
So we had like the nice food and whatnot, and it's pretty nice. I would never pay to go there. The ticket price plus the extreme expense of the food, no way. It's not worth it. But having it. Hey, why'd you turn me down? I want to hear myself.
That shouldn't be you. No.
I'm here.
No. These are yours. You're here. I didn't touch those. I'm touching the. Basically, I show. I'm so.
So don't mess with. I'm just kidding.
I'm so like. I can't even think of the word right now.
You'd be too OCD about the word.
Yeah, OCD.
If you don't know what the word is.
I'm so OCD that I'm putting all the dials need to be in their area, but I'm not touching your guys' volumes because I know you need to hear yourself. God, I'm a mess today.
But it did change my volume, so I was like, wait a minute, what's going on?
I come back shit face. You know, it's
well, it happens. I'm working on it. This is my first drink of the day here, so I gotta catch up with you evidently.
Well, that's cool that you saw the Hunger Games because I enjoyed it, but yeah. About that.
So what else did you do in your excitement in Salt Lake City?
I went to a brewery up there called Epic Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We did that on the last day before we flew back on the plane.
Right on.
And it was like a strong ale house.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what's weird about Utah. Their liquor laws are so archaic. You can only buy beer there that's 3.2% or less alcohol if it's not brewed in the state. If it is brewed in the state, then there's no rules as far as the alcohol content. So basically, every beer that's brewed in Utah is like 9.0 or above. Yeah. It's ridiculous, which is awesome.
I'm drinking one right now, and this one's 8.2.
8.2. So that's still a pretty damn strong beer.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I like my beers strong. I prefer them that way.
A pumpkin porter.
Pumpkin porter. Ooh, that does sound good. As a matter of fact. I'm just having this, go back to my old classic vodka and cranberry until I get this gigantic bottle of vodka drink.
And
then we're working on it.
So then on Thanksgiving, we just went up north and spent time with family and had the awesome meal. And we saw Big Hero 6. Thank you. A day after you saw it.
Yeah, like
so you guys can review that.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, review this.
My brother and I went Friday. He's like, "Hey,
is there anything just us saw that he didn't see that we can make this a thing?"
Technically, the thing with Hunger Games though, I'm not caught up. I only saw the first one. And
second one's on Netflix, so you can get caught up.
I can watch that one, but the only problem is all like I know I'm gonna get hate mail for this, but. I watched it and I'm just all like, it took forever to get to where I needed to get to, and then I just was all like, I feel like Sean Connery with I'm waiting to be impressed. Like,
I enjoyed it.
I only watched the first one because I was extremely bored and it happened to pop up on Netflix, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna see what all the hubbub's about. And it was meh. I was like, meh. Yeah.
Just Eric.
I feel like I wasted the time, not like some of the other. I think I'm going to put up a new review section on the website. As a matter of fact, it's going to be called "The Fuck Did I Just Watch?" Because the fuck did I just watch?
Rubber better be on there.
Because, well, the first review that's going to go a movie called Agency of Vengeance: Dark Rising. Okay. So basically what I was doing was I was flipping through Netflix and I was finding stuff that was like on the fringes of being normal movies to begin with, and then looking at the similar to selections to go even further away from the normal stuff. And so I found a movie that was it had like Lawrence Fishburne in it and a couple other people, but it was like he was kind of a B-list movie. And then I was like, what's similar to this? And that's where I found this Agency of Vengeance. It was actually one of those movies that was so bad it was good. So it was actually very entertaining because it was just so cheesy and bad the entire time. And there was a lot of throwbacks to other movies. There was one time where a person walked into another character's home for the first time. They looked around like, oh, nice place you got here. Lots of space. And I was like, oh! 89 Batman. Come on now. Back me up here. 89 Batman, yes?
Okay. How does everyone feel about Netflix right now, where it's all like, we got Batman, Batman Returns, and Batman Forever. We don't have Batman and Robin yet. But...
Oh, no.
Oh, no, don't even get me... Okay, my co-host from Longbox Gas, I told him that I go, guarantee it. I go, Ant-Man's going to come out, and I can give 2 fucks about that movie. And I go, I'm going to watch that movie, and I guarantee it, I'm going to like Batman and Robin better than that movie.
Oh, jeez, man.
I don't know about all that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. It would have to be really fucking bad to be worse than Batman.
Though I will say this though, them casting Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange will actually make me watch that movie.
I guess we were watching our DVR, and we have, because we record Jimmy Fallon, we're like backed up. We have like 12 of them, so we started watching them last night. We've just been crazy busy too, so we haven't watched a lot of television, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So we were watching it, and Benedict Cumberbatch was...
you said that.
He was on, and I guess he's in some new movie that has to do with...
The Enigma Machine, right?
Yes.
It's It's not called the Enigma Machine, but that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like...
But yeah, he plays Alan Turing, is who he plays.
Thank you.
Basically the inventor of the computer, essentially.
I invented a computer once.
Oh, yeah?
It's just a cardboard box.
Supposedly he does a really good job in this movie, so I probably won't see it in theater.
Yeah, that's definitely one that I can wait for. I want to see the theory of everything as well, but that's definitely not a theater movie.
What is that one movie also too? Like it just came out. Stephen Carell's in it, and
Fox.
Yeah. Like they say, it's about,
he's a wrestling coach.
It's like he's a wrestling coach. It's with Jada
Pinkett Smith.
No. I'm probably getting his name wrong. It's the guy from
Channing Tatum.
Oh.
And
Jada.
I'm
Okay.
like, I don't know.
All right.
I apologize already in the beginning of the show. And the guy who plays the Hulk.
Yeah. I
Mark
can
Ruffalo.
picture
Mark Ruffalo, thank
Ruffalo.
you.
What's it called?
Something Fox.
Yeah, it starts with the Fox.
Fox.
I know it's not- I know-
Foxcatcher.
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 But they say like Stephen Carell's, he plays this character. He's based on a true guy, but like his makeup and everything that like you watch him and the people have been saying it's like you don't even know it's him.
Yeah.
Like that's like, and I'm kind of hoping like I like Steve Carell. I think he does very good in humor. He does very good in some serious movies and stuff like that. I will say this though, what just entered on Netflix was Anchorman 2.
Oh.
Watch a couple
yeah.
of
It's horrible.
It kept going.
I
and
was
it just didn't pique my
severely
interest.
disappointed.
I
It's
felt
horrible.
severely
We
disappointed.
went at like midnight one night, with not like release night, but just randomly. I fell asleep, man.
Yeah, no, it's on Netflix right now, and I'm watching it going like, okay, and then I'm sitting there.
It had its moments. The fight scene
I
was
didn't
fucking
see,
awesome.
that's the problem. I didn't even get that far.
Skip ahead. Just watch the fight scene because it's so epic. It's awesome.
I lost like interest in it, but it's sad because you're watching this movie going like, this should have just been one movie.
Yeah.
Like there's no groundwork. There's no anything to lead up to. This needs to be a sequel. This needs to be a series.
No, it was popular demand. People said, "Oh, we want to see another Anchorman because the first one was fun." The first one was hilarious. I love the first one.
First one's awesome.
Second one, there was a few moments in which I chuckled, and I do the fight scene where they basically they reenact the fight scene from the first one, except they go even above and beyond. I mean, it's just fucking epic. I mean, I'd say watch that scene, especially since it's on Netflix and you can skip ahead.
Yeah,
Find the fight scene, watch that, just shut it down, you'll be fine. You'll get the most of that movie right there.
This is what I would say about this movie. Anchorman 2 feels like nobody wants to be there. That's what it feels like.
I will give Anchorman 2 this. It was better than that Anchorman 1.5 bullshit that they put out with where they tried to make an entire movie out of the deleted scenes from the first one, and they tried to piece it together into a separate story. That was bullshit. That was literally, we're going to try to cash in on what we've done by pulling random bits that we didn't put into the first movie and stringing them together instead of just release it as a cut footage reel. But they tried to make it into another movie. What did they call that? I forgot what they even called it.
I would have said, take that, put it as like special bonus.
Yeah, it should have been special features at the most.
Yeah. What was
it called?
I forget. So Matthew went to a wedding. So Eric, let's get to you while you're looking up any of that kind of weird stuff. So how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was all right. I enjoyed having a couple of days off. It was my first 2 days off in a row for several months, and it will be.
You a work machine.
It was my last day off until Christmas Eve. Will be my next day off.
That's right.
But it was nice. I saw some family, ate some food, just kind of caught up on my rest. That was nice. And other than that, like you said, I've just been working.
Yeah.
Literally work machine. I'm working every day. Today was nice because we did have our holiday party for my work, where basically we worked for 3 hours this morning. And then we went and saw a movie and had lunch, lunch was actually pretty damn amazing. I would never pay the price that it would cost me to buy it, but getting it for free, and had some calamari appetizer. It was very good. And then some beef satay, skewers with asparagus for the main course. And it was pretty amazing. And we watched Hunger Games, the newest one, Mockingjay Part 1, which... it was kind of funny. There was some division they tried to make it all democratic, within our work environment. They tried to say, okay, well, what movies does everybody want to see? And there were a bunch of people, or I wouldn't say a bunch of people, I would say there was a couple of vocal people who really wanted to see Exodus. And then there was the rest of us going, fuck no.
What is Exodus?
It's a Bible movie.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's a story from the Bible. Yeah, it's a big Hollywood production version of it, but it's a fucking Bible story. And I'm like, I'm not even, I told them, I'm like, I'm not objecting to that being the movie choice on religious grounds, because I could seriously care less. It's a movie. It's a fake story to me regardless. I mean, the fact that some of the people watching it believe that this shit actually happened, that's on them. That's not on me, so I don't care. But I've heard, first of all, that it's just not a very good movie. And second of all, it's like a half an hour longer than the movie we watched. I'm like, the quicker the movie ends, the quicker we get to leave. So the shorter the movie, the better for me. And if it's going to be something I don't want to watch, I'd rather it be something short that I don't want to watch.
Should have been Big Hero 6.
Actually, that was on the menu, and that's what I voted for, because I was looking at the runtimes. I was like, first of all, I kind of want to see this movie. Second of all, runtime's the shortest on this entire list, because the other option was The Theory of Everything, which I do want to see, but I don't need to see it in theater, and it's also a longer movie.
Isn't that weird, though? Like, there's certain movies that you do want to see, but it's like, I don't need to see it on a big screen.
Yeah,
like,
The Theory of Everything is the story of Stephen Hawking.
Exactly. Like, it's like, I would love
I'm very interested to see it.
Like, it's a movie you would love to see, but it's like, it doesn't need a big like, they should really just, like, with the way things are going, with the whole, like, video on demand and everything, that they should really just try to market that kind of stuff, where it's like, because I would love to see that movie, but I guarantee it, I'm probably not going to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for
Netflix.
I'm going to wait for Netflix or DVD or Blu-ray or something like that, but I want to see it, but it's just not a theater movie for me. I prefer action, adventure, something that I need to see big in order to see it. It's something that tells me a story. I can watch that literally on my phone and get the story. I don't need a big screen for it. So the winning choice ended up being Hunger Games, and I will say it was the best of the three so far, I think. Matthew, did you agree?
The newest one?
Yeah.
I really liked the second one.
Oh, really?
Catching Fire.
I did enjoy the second one as well. It's funny because, like I said, I only watched the first one because I was bored and it was on Netflix. And I was like, okay, I'm going to see what the hubbub is about. This is the only reason I've seen Divergent as well. Same reason. It was on Netflix, and I was like, all right, let's find out what the hubbub is about.
Did they play the the preview for
Yes,
Divergent?
yes.
Yeah, they played it for us too.
And it actually looked, it's one of those, again, as soon as it hits Netflix or DVD, I'll probably watch it. I don't think I'll be making a special trip to the theater for the Divergent series.
I won't either. I haven't even seen the first one.
I did see the extended trailer. They had the extended trailer for the final Hobbit movie, and I really need to get caught up before that movie comes out because
Wow.
I'm going to watch them. I have them all. I have them all sitting at home waiting.
You were intrigued, weren't you?
I'm going to watch all the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits and get caught up so that I can watch that in the theater. It looks pretty damn amazing.
I had to stop myself. I almost did a Yoda impersonation when I meant to do a Gollum impersonation. I'm like, wow.
Ooh, wrong impersonation you did.
Ooh, Hobbit movie. Ring you destroy.
Unfortunately, the Star Wars trailer was not on that preview. Obviously, we got to talk about this. We haven't been on the air since it came out.
Yeah.
So Hunger Games, I enjoy the series. The first one I think was the weakest so far. I think it's a close between the second and this one. I think I enjoyed this one a bit more than the second, but I could easily see how it could go either way.
Well, I will say that the next one's planning to look pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm almost
just where the story's
curious
going.
to actually go and read the books now.
Yeah.
I'm like almost... Yeah. Like, no, that's some Twilight bullshit. I'm not touching that. But I'm like, you know what? It's actually got a fairly decent story behind it. Unlike Twilight, which had just a bullshit story behind it. It's actually got a fairly interesting story behind it. Yeah, it's kind of a played out story that's been told a bunch of times in different ways, but
I enjoy it.
They're telling it a fairly interesting way.
So, man. It was crazy, like seeing Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I know.
Like,
oh my gosh.
When he came on screen, I completely forgot he was in there. When he came on screen,
they've already filmed his parts. They had already filmed his parts for the third one or the fourth one as well. So he'll be in the final one as well.
So it's not like it's going to be like the Dumbledore Delirium where it's like the first old guy and then he died. And then,
no, because they already filmed his part. So.
Which is funny though, because everyone was complaining about. They're like, how? Like people were just like, oh, kids are going to notice the difference. To be honest, I like the new Dumbledore when he took over. Like no disrespect to the one that passed and everything like that, but I'm like I thought the new one was pretty good.
Who took over? Was that Gambon? Took over Gambon. No, Michael Gambon, the actor. I thought that's who took over the role, or was he the first one? Huh?
No, isn't it that Sir Ian?
No, it's not Ian McClellan. That's Magneto, and he's Gandalf. Yeah. It's not the same guy that was Dumbledore.
No.
Oh.
We're talking about Dumbledore, not Gandalf. Gandalf's still Ian McClellan because Ian McClellan's still alive.
I'm still on the Hobbit, Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were talking about, but. He was talking about Dumbledore. He was talking about how the actor who played Dumbledore in the first movie died, and they replaced him with another guy who basically looked about the same. And if you didn't know, you probably wouldn't know.
Well, it was weird because like you watch the first guy, and I understand he's an older gentleman and everything like that, and then the one came in, I believe on the third movie, which was
I want to say the third one.
And like just his energy, like he was still like an elder man, but he just seemed to have more like Harry, kind of like instead of just like I'm dying kind of feel to it. So
it was Richard Harris who played Dumbledore originally in the first movie and maybe the second, and it was Michael Gambon who took over the role. And
Michael Gambon.
I didn't notice a big difference. I mean, I was more noticing the difference in the kids, how much they grew between each movie, than noticing the difference in Dumbledore.
Yeah, and then at the very end when they have kids, whoa,
it's like wait. No, this is bullshit.
We've seen them grow their entire lives.
Yeah,
that's so creepy.
It is kind of creepy to think that we've kind of grown up with these kids. And now you look at the things that what's his name, Daniel Radcliffe is doing. It's completely different than Harry Potter.
Hey there, Harry Potter.
It's not even sort of like Harry Potter.
I grow up because if you start getting some crow's feet, I might lose interest.
Oh man, but no, Daniel Radcliffe's been in some stuff, and what did I see him recently that was hilarious? That's what it was.
On Jimmy Fallon.
That was awesome.
That was great.
Hilarious.
Oh my god,
he nailed it.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Could not believe that.
But I also love what everyone says too. It's all like as soon as like he starts rapping, it's like accent out the window.
Well, because you know what he did is he learned it by listening to it, so obviously he's going to sing it or rap it in the way that he heard it. So of course you're not going to have the accent. Of course, you see that with a lot of people. A lot of times I'll hear artists talk, and then I'm like, wait a minute, you don't sing with that accent. What the fuck, dude? Like Adele, like you don't hear a British accent when she's singing.
Yeah, but when she talks, you're like,
dang,
girl.
What the fuck? You're like, hey, there's a lot of periwinkle blue. And like, what the fuck? You like the eggs? I mean, it's a pretty damn thick accent.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell's going on here? Yeah, it's pretty insane. But yeah, Daniel Radcliffe was he definitely has a job as the next big white rapper if he ever decides to stop acting, right?
Just hopefully he wants to bring me on board as the guy in the background that goes, yeah,
Yeah.
part of for life.
Yeah, totally.
Wait, okay, so you guys, you enjoyed The Hunger Games. You just recommend it?
I do.
Yes.
I don't think it's one that you have to see in the theaters. If you haven't seen the other ones in theaters, you could probably. But if you have seen them all in theaters, you can. It's got some good graphics and stuff. I think this one is the least necessary to watch in the theaters. I think there were more graphic intensive scenes that would be better on a big screen in the first two than in this one.
It happens.
But it was still a good experience.
To be fair, like I don't want to diminish your because I know you're going to watch the films for the first time and everything like that. But literally, I saw the second Hobbit movie and I was like, it was okay. The only thing that sold it to me basically was seeing Smaug and then hearing the voice from Benedict Cumberbatch. So it was just kind of like that was to me the highlight of the movie. Like, and I have like nothing against the Lord of the Rings or anything like that. Like I love the franchise, and I love the books, and I've read the Hobbit and stuff like that. It just seems like this one just seems just like. I don't know. It just didn't have it all together. So, but hopefully that doesn't diminish. Or Eric's going to be like, "Whoop! I don't need to see him now."
Never mind.
Whoop. Flips the table over, walks out.
I've read all the books actually multiple times, and I love the story. I love the intricacies of his work. So I'm interested to see how they do it in the movies, and I've heard it's really good. It's just fucking Elijah Wood, man. Why did they have to cast his ass in that?
Because he's a good actor.
No, fuck that shit. I don't care how good an actor he is. Maybe just make him wear a mask the entire time so I don't have to see his face.
I would love him to be the next James Bond.
I would seriously have to. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do. Honestly, I can't even fathom.
They're like shaken or stirred. He's like he's like stirred.
I'm like,
and then he does this. He does that pan where he just looks like directly at the theater and goes, "Fuck you, Eric."
I'd be like, on the one hand,
Eric's like,
I just got mentioned in a major movie.
Eric's like, I'm kind of pissed, but
I'm like, I'm kind of digging the attention, but at the same time, fuck you, Elijah Wood.
You guys probably discussed about it, but I didn't realize that they finally got the rights back for Spectre for that next James Bond movie. So honestly, I know everyone's gonna hate on me for this. I've never seen a James Bond film. That's one I'll probably watch now. So
it looks like it's going to be awesome. I love the fact that they're going back to some of the old stuff. I love the fact that they fought to get the rights. Basically, there was a whole big thing. There was for the movies that were based on Thunderball specifically, Thunderball and Never Say Never Again. Those were based on the books Thunderball and the screenplay Thunderball that was co-written by another person other than Ian Fleming. And there was some back and forth. And yes, Fleming did make some very bad mistakes in the licensing of that movie and chose to try and cut this person out. And then they came back legally and said, you can't cut me out because I wrote this. And the courts agreed, and fairly, because that was his error at that time. Then he came back and he's like, well, now what I want to do is I want to make my own Bond movies and split off. And so he actually managed to win the rights in court to make his own series of Bond movies, provided they were all based off of the one story that he had rights to. So basically, the only thing he could do was make a bunch of remakes of Thunderball. So that's why we have Never Say Never Again, which is a remake of Thunderball, but not an actual Eon production of the Bond series.
And you can hear more about that on His Majesty's Secret Podcast.
You totally beat me to that.
Well, just for those who don't listen, the bottom line is they've been fighting for years to get the rights to those particular characters back, the agency of Spectre, the bad guy of Blofeld, and they finally have the rights back, and I like the fact that they are going ahead and using them right away, not waiting on it.
I will say this: I'm not gonna jump on Eric, but to be fair, I did bring it up, so it's my bad. But then again, Matthew and I, we both separate times, but we did see Big Hero 6.
Yes.
First, pretty much animated Marvel movie that hit the big screen. Fantastic job, I think. I love they even did the whole cool thing at the end of the movie. There's that little thing that Marvel movies do. Stan Lee, I will say, has a great cameo in it. Voice acting was great. And not going to lie, there's some parts of that movie where you're just kind of like, like, wow, this is kind of emotional. But I know Kyle and I, when we talked about it on Long Box Cast, we didn't spoil it too much. We just mentioned a couple of things. But Matthew, what did you think? What did you like? Now, you probably you've never heard of the comic or anything like that. But it was a good movie that you could jump in and be like, yeah, I'm onto this.
Totally. Yeah, the animation's crazy awesome.
Yes.
The cast that they picked to play the voices of the actors was great. TJ Miller's in it. He's freaking hilarious.
He plays Ed, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who else? I love animated movies because you sit there and you're like, I know that voice. Who is it? So the main character, Hero.
Yeah, Hero.
His like stepmom or whatever, or his guardian.
Yes.
Was Maya Rudolph.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Like, I was hearing that voice going like, and she was phenomenal in that part. It was really funny.
So great movie. Really enjoyed it. Animation's awesome. The story's great. It's like totally like if I was a little kid, I would totally eat this movie up. But I'm an adult and I totally ate it up as well. So that must mean I'm a kid at heart.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I know they're in the works. They're going to be doing a sequel. I would just say like this: probably the best character in that movie is the robot. I love the fact with his fist bump. Everything. Every time he did it, he'd just go like, and literally, I want that as like my text message sound now. I think it's the funniest thing.
That movie made me tear up, man. That movie, it's like it's really good, it's really funny, but there's some...
I will say this: I'm not going to spoil this much. I mean, there is a thing, but Disney finally went back. I always tell people this. I go, Disney went back to their roots, bro, and they killed somebody again. So I'm just kind of like, speaking of kill, also as well, I got to see is How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Okay.
And I thought Big Hero 6 was emotional. They hit it out of the park with emotion in this one. If you love the first one, you'll definitely going to love this one, but I'm not going to lie, there's going to be some parts where you're just all like, I can't believe they just did that. And I know it's DreamWorks, but still, for like a kid's, like, you know, it's kind of geared towards kids, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Hiccup and everybody's older. Like, I think Hiccup is like age 20 in this, if I got the thing right. But some of the stuff that happened in that movie, I was just like, oh my God. Like, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but I highly recommend How to Train Your Dragon 2. Obviously, going to be a third one, but that's one I think where DreamWorks really hit their stride. I think is How to Train Your Dragon.
See, I've only seen bits and pieces of the first one just because, like I guess they would be my nephews-in-law.
Probably.
Or Megan's nephews, but.
Yeah, but you know what? It's kind of like custody battle.
Custody battle.
Just go with it.
No. No, sir. So, okay, all right, we'll just say my nephews. They were all about that movie. So I've seen like clips of it, but I haven't sat down and really.
If I had a copy of it, I'd totally give it to you. So.
Just like
I highly recommend. Like How to Train Your Dragon. Like I was like, really good movie. Just fucking funny. Just great. Voice casting in it. Craig Ferguson's in it. Jonah Hill's in it. You got what's his face? The guy who plays like the stoic Gerard Butler and everything like that. So
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, it's just a great cast. It's just a funny movie and just makes you like. You know, and it's just funny because it's like it just surprises me. Like it doesn't really surprise me. It's just like how interesting it is for a character that can't speak, like the dragons and stuff. Just how much emotion they can show and do and act and everything like that. And just like for some of that, like like wow, a character that was like, I think the joke was with I think with DreamWorks' picture the one with the seasons like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and stuff like that.
Oh, because it was
Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah, I always get it confused because remember a few years earlier there was the one Rise of the Guardians or something like that came out, but it was all owls and it was animated.
Yeah, it was like the Guardian. What was it like the Owls of Kahoo or something?
I don't know. I always get those two mixed up, but yeah.
But yeah, they had the Rise of the Guardians, and there was one character in there, the Sandman, doesn't speak a word in it, but it's just how they animate him and his emotion and his like posture and just how he delivers everything. It's like the funniest character in the movie. So it's like just being able to do that as an animator, I think, is like amazing. So I will highly recommend How to Train Your Dragon 2. So
yeah.
Wow, we really did movie reviews this time.
Well, we've seen some movies.
But
you want to know? You want to know what I did watch?
And there goes the mic stand.
As long as we're all good. What I did watch during the Thanksgiving holiday, because we were up there with like Megan's family and everything, and there was a lot of young kids. I saw the One Direction movie. The one that was out in the theaters.
All right.
Eric Down.
Dude.
Good?
Actually.
Was it just like one of their...
I forgot you like some of their quote-unquote songs.
What I was going to ask now, is it just a full-on...
When they're singing their music.
Is it a full-on like their concert, or do you actually get to see like the backstage stuff?
Yeah, it's like it's their documentary. It's it follows them on tour and stuff like that. It wasn't bad, man.
So would you give it more stars than you gave the Justin Bieber movie that you also loved, evidently, because you're into that gay ass shit?
I didn't watch a Justin Bieber movie.
Dude,
I watched the Katy Perry movie.
First off, do you...
Well, see, I'd watch that on mute. But I would watch it with my eyes, not my ears. Never my ears.
Bieber.
I was about to say, do you even follow Matthew on Twitter? Like, he knows. Like, I even knew that he didn't watch that. The Justin Bieber movie.
You know me and
But you know what?
Man.
If you're watching and enjoying the One Direction shit, why wouldn't you watch that other shit too?
Because Bieber's a hack.
Yes, in One Direction. That's quality artistry right there.
I'm sorry, but anybody who
Fuck
comes back from Australia and tries to explain to their girlfriend that they got chlamydia from a koala, you know what? Doing all right in my book.
Yeah, you got to watch out for them koalas, man.
Maybe if you
They
weren't
sleep all
fucking
day,
a koala, you'd be
but
all
don't get
right.
in there.
Yeah, but to be ballsy enough to use that as an excuse?
Like, I wasn't fucking around on you with a human. I fucked a koala.
Oh, that chlamydia.
I was in Australia. It's what you do.
Chlamydia, mate.
It's part of the tourist package. They give you a boomerang and you fuck a koala. It's just like as you get off the plane. It's like in Hawaii they put the lei on you. In Australia you fuck a koala on your way out of the plane. You're just walking from the plane to the terminal. You're just fucking a koala.
I will say this: we're gonna bring some of the fans into our world because I think it's kind of funny. So we all have like the Facebook Messenger. We all like have the same thing for the SAS, and I thought it was actually quite nice of Matthew. Just last night, I thought it was nice of him because you guys started talking about sports, and I'm like, all right, I'm out. And then Matthew just out of nowhere was just like, oh hey man, did you see my clip on Dragon Age, man? And I'm like, oh, you brought me back into the world. Thank you.
Yeah,
It was quite nice.
we were talking about sports.
Yeah, it was fun.
Cardinals.
Yeah, right when that happened.
Cardinals.
As soon as he said
Those Redbirds.
As soon as he said cards, I was like, are you planning on bringing cards against humanity? Oh, no, he's talking about Cardinals. I'm out.
So they're on pace to go what a good 11-5 this year.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because they're 11-3 right now.
Yep.
And but they're down to their third string quarterback. So
You guys
who
want
did they
your
bring in
predictions?
to back up that guy? Because they didn't they can only
Lindley.
have 3 on staff at a time, right?
No, they have 4.
Okay.
They have 4.
So they've got, but now 3 of them are out.
Well, yeah, so.
And so they've got their fourth
Carson,
stringer
main line. Stanton, second string. Lindley is now in there.
Okay, so they got their third string in. So
Yeah.
who was their fourth stringer?
I'd have to pull up his name.
That's all right. No.
Should have dropped
it doesn't really.
Eric Sports drop.
I didn't even think about it. It doesn't matter.
It's time for Eric Sports highlights. With that,
Cardinals won some games. Back to you, Steven. Diamondbacks are trading off everybody who was ever a big part of the team. It
Yeah,
seems.
they just got rid of Miggy.
wait, did you say Mickey?
I'm of
Mickey.
dual minds on that. I think he was going to be making too much money for what he's been actually doing on the field.
Thomas Logan.
However-
That's the fourth string. Sorry, I had to pull it up.
That's
Thomas
cool.
Logan.
No, Thomas Logan. I've never heard the name before until right now, so that's good. So who do they have backing Thomas up, since he'll obviously be in there by
No,
next
they
week?
They don't show anybody.
Oh, snap.
They must be.
Snap. I don't know what that was about. I think
He's a rookie, so
It's because I want to drink, and I'm like, schnapps.
he's a rookie, so this is his first season.
Trial by fire, huh? All right. They're like, yeah, hey, guess what? We're going to, you're going to be fourth string on a decent team that, oh, hey, wait a minute, but we're going to go ahead and get them into the playoffs at the same time as knocking everybody else out. So you're actually going to be the backup to the main quarterback going into the playoffs. How does that make you feel?
So this guy did play Week 5 against Denver. He had 8 attempts. He got 1 passing completion. And, yeah.
Oh, why don't you have a little vodka?
All right. Well, all right then.
I just want to, I'm just looking at their little stats here.
Well, you know what? I understand that they have a playoff spot provided the Eagles game doesn't tie this weekend. Is that, like, as long as that doesn't happen, that's the one thing that can happen, that then they'd have to actually win another game to make the playoffs. But as long as that doesn't happen, as long as that game does not tie, then they have a playoff spot even if they lose the last 2 games. Am I right?
I believe so.
That's what I thought I had heard. So that's good. Hey, the Cardinals make the playoffs. I don't know if I anticipate them getting anywhere in the playoffs. It would be so awesome to see them go to the Super Bowl and be the first team ever to play home field for the Super Bowl. That would be pretty damn sweet. Just from a history perspective, be like, it was only done once and it was us. So, but other than that, I don't have high hopes for that.
Okay. I was about to say, if everybody want to make their predictions, we could do a bet.
I bet that they will not make the Super Bowl.
Okay, Eric says they bet they will not make the Super Bowl. What about you, Matthew?
Oh, they're not going to make the Super Bowl.
No. So you're both on the same.
So you're staking both of us then?
Well, no, not anymore. I was about to say, if one had won, depending on whatever I was like.
I'm very impressed. I will say I'm just very impressed. They keep playing great, but come on.
It would be very cool. Like I said, I think it would be
Our
awesome.
injuries right now are crazy.
That's what I've heard.
It's like, but we're still pushing on, which is, it's just awesome to see. I'm like,
really cool to see it happen, and so I will continue to root for it to happen. But I wouldn't anticipate it at this point. I wouldn't be like, hey, this is going to happen. But, stranger things have happened.
Yeah,
so,
like Steve getting a girlfriend.
Is there something on your mind, Steve? Something you want to talk about?
We're not talking about shit. The fans will have to subscribe for a bonus show. I kid. Actually, I'm going to ask a really dumb. Aaron in the chat room?
Yes.
Okay, Aaron. This is a really dumb question. You guys married yet? No. Okay, Matthew's checking. Matthew obviously is following Twitter feed. I'm not.
I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. No.
Okay.
I think I would have seen that on Facebook.
I thought so too, but I wasn't sure because there was a lot of just stuff. I don't know. A lot of people are getting hyped up.
He did say not yet. He did say not yet to verify. So good, we didn't miss that on the Facebook. I would have at least clicked like.
Yeah, no, I would have been very ashamed of myself. I mean, I miss a lot of highlights now. I mean, I didn't even know my kid was, circumcised. It was weird. So, and then I realized
probably better that you weren't there.
And then I sat there going, "Oh shit, I have a kid." Don't I?
You're like, wait a minute.
Wait, how's this guy? You know what I think was the biggest dick thing that Instagram did to me this week? It's all like, so-and-so is just got an Instagram account. Do you want to follow them? I'm like, considering how they're my ex, no. Like, is there?
I get a lot of on Facebook especially, but also I get the emails from Twitter. I don't get much on Instagram, but on Facebook I get the actual things like people you might know, and it's like a list of people. I'm like, there's a reason I'm not friends with these people. Yes, I know them. Okay. There's a reason they're not on my friends list.
Not
okay.
Only that, I do have to ask this question because that does come up. Like, it says people you may know, and then you click on, like, you look at them and you're going like, I don't know this person. I understand. Like, that would be like Matthew knows a lot of people, and it might just recommend like, oh, people you might know, and I could go through probably all of Matthew's friends on Facebook, and maybe I'm gonna say guesstimate maybe 15. Maybe 15 of these people I might notice that I was like, I went to high school with this person, but not so much of, oh yeah, we're going to be friends now.
Yeah, I've stuck both of you guys' friends list. There's nothing interesting there.
Well, you can always see who your mutual friends are.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll say you're mutual friends, but then you look at everybody and be like, but I've never met this person. Like, so do I want to be the creepy guy that clicks and says, yeah, I want to be your friend?
I send friend requests all the time.
Yeah, I know
people,
you do.
like, randomly. I don't give a shit.
My mom's
if they don't want to be my friend, they click no, and I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit. Sorry. Shit, my post though.
No, you know what? I don't mean to be mean right now, but my mom will like anything. I can literally post, "Oh my God, I just came back from the doctor and I have cancer." My mom will go like.
Like, for some people, that's just an acknowledgement that they've read it. It's not whether they like it or not. It's just like they want this person to know that I read your post, so I'm going to click like. Like, I looked at this. It could mean I looked at this and you're a stupid motherfucker who should die right now, or it could mean I like this.
No. I can literally.
I'm just saying it has a variety. That like button has a variety of meanings. That's all I'm saying.
This is the problem. I don't think my mom reads the post. I literally could probably post, "I just had sex with 14 different Filipino hookers, and now I have AIDS." And my mom would just be like, "Oh, Steven posts that." All she sees is my son posted something like. Like, I don't
or
even
maybe
think.
she'd be like, 14's a good number.
But then my dad. See, my dad.
Yeah, you're going to get AIDS that way, but you know what? 14's a solid number. I'm going to give that a like.
This is the thing, though. My dad will turn around and actually comment because he read it, and he goes, "Bull fucking shit. You can't even get laid." So that's when I know. I go, you know what? You didn't like? I respect that you're honest. You know what?
I will say that, at least on the Facebook app, it's really annoying how many videos pop up on my feed now. It's like my whole feed's all videos.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just like, what? It's kind of annoying.
Do get a lot of videos, and what drives me nuts is the fact that they autoplay. If on mobile, it's on Wi-Fi only. On the home, and sometimes I don't mind, because if they post something that doesn't really require sound, I'm okay with it. Like if it's got something that's subtitles or something that's just visual, I'm okay with that autoplaying because it doesn't autoplay with sound, so it's all good. But when it's something that really requires sound to get anything out of it, I'm just like looking at it going, why is this happening? Nothing's happening here. So like right now I'm just flipping through my Facebook feed, and now we've got some pit bulls. It says peace, love, and pit bulls, and little pit bull puppy's gonna try to get on the treadmill. All right, I don't care. Scrolling, so yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it so much, but at the same time, I have noticed that it seems to be more normal.
Yeah. Still enjoying the Instagram though. There's so that one new app that came out for Instagram. Remember the hyperlapse?
I don't even think I heard of this.
No.
Go ahead.
So it was a new app from Instagram. It came out in August.
Oh, so it's from the makers of Instagram.
Yes.
It's not attached to Instagram?
Well,
it's a separate app?
It's a separate app, but it ties in with your Instagram app. It's not like it's.
I don't understand technology. Break it down for me.
Jeez. So, they couldn't have just added the feature into the Instagram app. They had to release this whole nother app.
What's it called?
Hyperlapse or something like that. When we were in South Carolina, and that's when I downloaded it, because I did a couple videos with it, which are up on my Instagram account. But other than that, there's been really no features or anything.
Oh, it's like stop motion.
Yeah. You speed it up though. It's like.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I have an app on my phone that does that, and I've posted those videos to YouTube in the past. It's it's kind of fun. It's one of those things. It's kind of cool occasionally, but then it kind of loses its allure over time. But it's cool.
It's crazy. It's what it is.
And then there's another video I did over there. I took the video and then I wanted to play some music behind it. But I had to go research all these different apps off the store to find something that would be compatible for me to throw up to Instagram. And it's
it's way too much work.
Like a whole thing.
Yeah.
You just made it a whole thing. It's not fun anymore.
I know. I'm I want to find an app where I can do whatever I want and then just throw it up there.
Right. There are apps like that. They're just either video apps or picture apps or something like that just do the actual video. The time-lapse app that I had, you could add music right there in that same app.
Yeah.
And then
did it have to be music on your phone?
Yeah, just had to be something that you had on your phone.
Okay.
But then, I can just download stuff from.
Right.
Not the piratebay.se anymore because that's shut down.
Can't do that.
Which
really.
Oh my gosh, the feds and the officials, they're really cracking down, man. They managed to shut the Pirate Bay down for about half a day.
Yeah,
about half a day.
Not like
then it was back up on .cr. So the piratebay.cr, you're all good to go. But
Yarr, mateys. If you're gonna pirate something, you better pirate my barnacles.
Did you guys hear that the Lizard Squad got taken down?
to who?
Yeah,
You don't know about the Lizard Squad?
just about to ask that.
No.
So the Lizard Squad lately, and the fact that we were talking about them totally acknowledges what they wanted, so they're getting it. But for the past, I don't know, maybe two weeks,
Oh, it's a gaming thing. That explains.
2-3 weeks, they've just been like down all these servers. They took down Xbox Live,
Why?
They didn't take the full thing down. But
Oh, those are those fuckers
yeah.
that I couldn't masturbate and tweet that on the same thing. Fuck, assholes.
Jeez. And then they took down PSN, and then they tried to go after Xbox again. But then they were just obnoxious as hell on Twitter. I guess there's this other hacker group that came in and took them down and exposed all their information online.
Oh, good for them.
So one of the people has already been arrested. I don't know. It was
You know what I think is funny is right when you said
hacker wars, public hacker wars.
You know what the sad part is? We're finally going to get a movie about the Bit Wars. We're finally getting that. And now it's going to be when we're 80 years old, there's going to be the Hacker Wars.
You remember the hacker wars
It's
of 2014?
Remember the Hacker Wars of 2014?
You know what? The worst part is it's going to be completely misrepresented, just like any movie that has anything to do with computers in it nowadays.
But what you were saying, Matthew, I love how you mentioned Xbox Live and you mentioned the PSN network, but I love how no one seems to attack Nintendo.
I don't know, man.
Are people just all Nintendo's
Because
not
they
doing
know if you
shit.
mess with people's Mario Kart, you are going to bring a world of shit down on top of your head that you do not want to deal with.
Well, I do have to bring this up. I'm kind of pissed off, and I'm hoping Nintendo comes out with a statement right now. So I got the new Smash Bros, and I decided to intrigue myself with those little amiibos.
Oh, the amiibos?
Yeah, I got 2 of them. So I got 2 of them, and I was like, oh, these are cool. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just take my time and collect them like I can. And then this thing's been coming up, GameStop came out saying Nintendo's discontinued already 3 of them. And I'm going oh, shit. I have to
Well, didn't they do the Wii Fit trainer?
Yeah, the Wii Fit trainer, apparently they discontinued. I think it's Ike. It's one of the Fire Emblem characters, and then the...
People finally figured out that you can't actually get real exercise from a video game, no matter how much pretend.
It's and then it's the Animal Crossing character, the villager kid.
Oh yeah, the
villager kid. And I'm going okay.
I'm not the villager kid.
Well, to me, I'm fuck off.
The villager.
First off, anybody who plays as the villager, fuck you. Okay, the villager is the biggest fucking troll in every and that's fucking fuck that kid.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah. But it's funny because because also the other thing went out where you can't get apparently you can't get that bundle set anymore. It's been sold out. I just ordered off of Amazon and got mine. So I have the controller, the little connector. The only thing I'm kind of mad about, so I want anybody else, if they have this, you can't use the Wavebird controller with it, which is the wireless Wii controller. So apparently they came out and said they're discontinuing, but this is just GameStop and Kotaku and a couple of other gaming sites said that. So Nintendo hasn't said anything, but I'm all well, fuck me, Nintendo. Are you really gonna do this? I bought 2 of them, and I'm oh, this is kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. You can customize the character, you train it, it does cool stuff. It actually wins battles and everything. I'm that's kind of cool, but I'm now I really have to be frantic because it's like those fucking Skylander things. They have a great idea. As soon as you start telling kids buy this and you can play this character, do this and do that, it's a fucking addiction. So when I bought 2 of them, I'm this is kind of cool. And then you see what they do. You're yeah, I'll probably get more, but I'm I'll wait on it. You're when you're an adult, you don't really think as a kid, I gotta get it. But now they're we're discontinuing this shit. I'm well, fuck me. Now that's my crack is buying these little stupid toy things. So I don't know where I was going.
Well, you're enjoying them. So I know you have Link.
I have Link and
Samus. Yeah. So I don't have a Wii, and that's okay. The new Zelda's come out, or they showed more of it, and it looks amazing. But
it does.
I don't think I'm going to pick one up. I'm content. Right? I'm content with my.
I will say this.
One.
I will. I would say this. If you're going to buy a console right now, if you want to get one of the new consoles that's out, I will say I think the Wii U has the best deal going on right now, especially at Best Buy. Is buy the bundle pack and you get Nintendo Land, you get the new Mario 3D World, and then you get Donkey Kong Country Frozen and the new Smash Bros. Game. Like, that's 4 games right there in the system. I'm like, that's the best deal I've seen so far. Like, Xbox obviously pulled it off during the Black Friday sales, apparently. Like, they sold a bunch of systems, and they had a really good thing. Well, that was the thing. I walked into Best Buy and noticed, like, oh, okay, Xbox is doing the Assassin's Creed bundle. And then PlayStation 4 was doing Grand Theft Auto 4, and I think The Last of Us, was bundled with it. They were only doing 2 games or whatnot. But it was weird because you could buy the bundle set where you get 2 games for like $399, but then they had that Destiny bundle for still like $450. I'm all like, why would I pay for 1 game when I can get 2 games? But the one thing, though, that made me want to buy a PlayStation 4 right now had nothing to do with games, was the fact that they released that 20-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah, which is going for, like,
it's
ridiculous.
Like, I didn't even know it was, I can't even find it, like, just, like, released anywhere. Like, it's just going, like, crazy on the black market. But, I think we're going to jump to break, because I know Eric's all like, fuck you guys, you don't talk about World of Warcraft stuff.
I don't play World of Warcraft, just Hearthstone. Well, we should talk about Hearthstone, though. The new Goblins versus Gnomes expansion.
Goblins
oh my gosh.
Gnomes.
140 something?
130, 140?
130 something new cards. Some of them just absolutely game changing. Like, I've been playing this Tempo Rogue deck for a couple of months now, and it's been fairly successful for me. If I could actually find more time to play, I could probably get up into the 6 or 5 range in rank. Dang. I usually hang around 12, 13, but just because I don't have enough time to play. But some of these new cards,
if I can stay consistent at 18, that's when I know I'm playing all right. I'm doing good.
It takes some work. You got to get on some streaks. But man, I can
get to 20, no problem.
I got first of all, they gave you 3 free packs of the new expansion, and they gave you 1 arena run for free on the new expansion. So I played my arena run. I actually did really well. I played a priest deck with some of the new cards, the Light of the Naru, and some of these other new cards. The Shrinkmeister. Oh my gosh, I love the Shrinkmeister. Shrinkmeister is my buddy. And I played an arena run that I actually went 8-3 on an arena run with, which is unheard of for me. And normally if I get 4 wins in arena, I'm happy. If I go 4-3, I'm happy. But if I can go more than that, my max, the best one I've ever had was a 9-win run. That's the most I've ever had. But I went 8-3 with this priest deck that I threw together, and it gave me another pack, and it gave me some coins and some dust and whatnot. So I've been hard at work. I had been saving up some gold waiting for this expansion, so I was able to get a few more packs. I think I ended up with about 20 packs of the new expansion.
Nice.
And so I do have quite a few cards, and then there were a couple that I specifically crafted.
Playing for free, that's decent, man.
Yeah,
20 packs.
Like I said, I've just been kind of, normally as soon as I hit 100, I either buy a pack or I think, can I get another 50 real quick to play arena or not? But since I knew this was coming out, I was like, I'm going to just save up my coins for a while, and I do my dailies every day and make sure to get my dailies out, and then I, get that taken care of, and I've just been saving. Now I have none. Now I used all my coins, so I'm like literally going back to the 1 pack at a time thing. But I've gotten some decent cards. I've only gotten 1 of the new legendaries. That's what really makes me mad. 20 packs, and I got 1 of the new legendaries, which I guess is actually, pretty normal for that, but I was still hoping for maybe more than that. And the one that I got is not even one of the really good ones either. I forget which one it is, but it's one that I'm like, I don't even think I can fit this into any of my decks. But there's some really, really interesting cards, and it's going to change the way the game is played, especially in the ladder for Constructed a lot. But yeah, I threw together, just last night as a matter of fact, I threw together a mech priest deck that uses a lot of the mech synergies. I've got the Shrinkmeister in there as well as the Cabal Shadow Priest, so I can actually Shrinkmeister minions that are 5 attack or less and make them susceptible to or that are 4 attack or less, and make them susceptible to the Cabal Shadow Priest, which is awesome. Nothing quite like stealing a Sludge Belcher with a Cabal. Just boom, mine now. Some of the combos are just absolutely sick with some of these new cards. So I've been I've won some spectacular games with some of these new cards, and I have lost some spectacular games with some of these new cards that I've been faced up against. So, man, it's nuts. The one thing that really kind of drives me nuts, they did nothing really to make Hunter any less powerful. Hunter is still king shit, and everybody plays it. And if anything, they made it even more powerful with that one card. Like, the only nerf they did to Hunter whatsoever was they made the flare cost 2 instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, oh, it costs 2 instead of 1. It still draws a card. It still destroys all enemy secrets. It still destroys all stealths. It's just a wicked powerful card. Yeah, it costs 2 now, so some players aren't running 2 of them. They're only running 1 of them now. But it's like, it's still a really efficient card. And then they were given the Feign Death card. Have you seen this one?
I'm sure I've seen the card, but I'm not.
It basically what it does, it just triggers all of your minions' death rattles.
Okay.
Without killing your minions. So if you've got like a Karn out, and you throw a Feign Death, you get another Karn, and yours is still there.
Yeah.
Same thing with if you've got a Fugan and.
But it's a one time.
It triggers all of them. But if you have a Baron Rivendare out, and then do a Feign Death, it triggers twice then. And then, of course, they trigger again. It doesn't take away the death rattle. So when that minion dies, the death rattle triggers like it normally would still. So you do get it twice. It's insane because some of these death rattles on some of these mechs are things like summon a random 4-cost minion. And so all of a sudden, for the 2 mana you're playing to throw the Feign Death out, you're getting a 4-cost minion. It's just absolutely insane, the value. But it's a Hunter-specific class card. Yeah. So, and I don't like playing Hunter because everybody hates Hunter. So I'm like, I'll do it when I have to for a daily, but I don't like making my decks out of Hunter. I prefer, like, my Rogue deck is my favorite, but right now it's just not very competitive until I can. I've substituted a few of my Goblins cards, but I don't have it to a place where I want it yet.
I'm back to my Mage.
Right on. Mage got some really good cards.
I started Mage when I started playing the game, and I always tend to go back to her.
Mage is definitely the most powerful in Arena. In Constructed, I'd say Hunter and then Mage probably. Yeah, except Warrior got some really good cards this expansion.
The latest arena one that I got in there, I ended up doing Priest. I could do Priest, Druid, or it was either Hunter or Warrior. Yeah. So I chose Priest just because I've had some.
Priest is pretty good in Arena typically, but it depends on your draws.
Yeah, my draws.
It really depends on your draws.
Man.
So.
But let's cut to a break here.
Oh yeah.
Let's play a couple tracks and we'll come back and get back into the swing of things. All right.
finally realize that I am atheist. And this is on my list. I want to smile, smile like a smile like a child. Smile like a
Hazel eyes glisten in the moonlight, all alone. The owl screams and echo, the cold air engulfs your heart. Dewdrops on a grass field against the silhouette of home. The hills inside is where further apart. Distance between us, I couldn't even shout your name. Even though you've told me 6,000 times, you feel the same. Written gray bubbles express to me what you need. Each time I miss your smile, my heart can only concede. Since I left you, it's changed the way that I'm made. Water between us, I promise I'd swim in heartbeats. Still got that photo, but it only continues to fade. Holding you tight as you close your eyes makes me complete.
the sky like every single day. All these bits and pieces to construct a song. Get your mind blown, look into the unknown. As the sky falls, I'm the side of the wave. Like my blood moves life through my veins. Heard my mom call, it's time to come home. All the anger scream, don't be gone too long. Don't let it pass you by. When it all goes down, we'll be like fire in the sky. We'll be fire in the night. We survive in the light. When it all goes down, we'll be like fire in the sky. We'll be fire in the night. We survive in the light. There was a voice never far away, echo from the soul with a message to relay. In this heart, come the time when it comes, there'll be fire in the sky. We'll be fire in the sky. Battalion of valium, black medallion. Life is culture, vulture, talents, beauty, smiling, dark and challenge. Mood in the room is wild, I'm howling. Get down on the real deal now. Lost in the woods, millionaire, no doubt. Killer TV, my slavery with the wild style, and it goes click, click, pow, pow. Back down, soul slam, Vietnam. On the corner, heroin with a waste man. Program on the youth again. Brainwashed virgin from the promised land. Reminded the day J died. Disco on the wall, her screams on the line. Rewind from the fear in the spot. Chaos in the night, stab boom in the side. There was all this fire in the sky. Black birds in the air, I was out of my mind. There was all this time, I was blind. With the fire in my eye, made me feel so alive. We survive in the light. When it all goes down, we'll be like fire in the sky. We'll be fire in the night. We survive in the light.
Tell me how I'ma party. Pass me a drink and hit up the homies. No one else, only bring yourself. It's our way. Less oblivious, more so serious. Something you thought music would never see again. A silly light skin that makes your girl curious. Better hope she's not mad or on a period. I ain't a fuck boy, but I don't give a fuck boy. Building an empire higher than you would think of toys. Me, Game Boy, / Mattel race cars. Wheels hotter than Doc hitting 88 on Mars. Ain't a gangster, just a nerd with a snapback. Still got my ancient mute card holographic. Vinyls of Eminem and Michael Jackson. Design master, straight edged as a pastor. Oh Lord, save my place for the rapture. Polaroids, capture moments with snapshots. Another shot of liquor spilled on your wrist. Watch you stay slipping like squeaky boots on a SpongeBob. Huh? You shocked? You seem surprised, man. How about Obama in the high chair? How about 8 points Dallas, LeBron James? How about MTV seeing my face? Tell me how I'ma party. Pass me a drink and hit up the homies. No one else, only bring yourself. It's our way. A focused kid, a vocal vocalist. The top seat is as open as the ocean is. I'm hoping that you notice it. Back it up. It's the great side, baby. That's what's up. We'll be blasting monks out the back of the trunk. Caught a smooth little groove in that plastic cup. Now that's what's up. The breeze matching me naturally. Dispatching these 2 for 20s in the back of an Applebee's. Winking at the waitress, harassing the faculty. And I'm an athlete, perfect role model. Trying to get bigger than Rosie O'Donnell. Pocket still slimmer than my chances at the lotto. Stop though, give me the microphone, I'll make it happen. Told my mama I'll be rapping while she's sitting home relaxing. Fact is, the team is now popping like a zit. And making it is a must like the arm of my pits. I ain't rapping, I'm just reading off a cue card. Came in the game taking shots like a 2-guard. My attitude is passive, I'm shooting more in practice. Lifting till my arms get macho like a savage.
Tell me how I'ma party. Pass me a drink and hit up the homies. No one else, only bring yourself. It's our way. Hey, you gonna tell me how I'ma party? Pass me a drink and hit up the homies. No one else, only bring yourself. It's our way.
And we are back. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us during the break. Thank you, Matthew, for the tunage. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jamando.
Woohoo! All right, yeah, don't forget to check out some of that stuff. You can check out free independent music and whatnot over on Jamando. And what's the other one you like? Free Music Archive?
Free Music Archive, yep.
.org.
A lot of a lot of live performances on Free Music Archive.
Performances. That's
cool.
not the word I thought you were about to say right then.
Shit.
I was like, a lot of live porn, huh? All right.
I just
my favorite kind.
I just realized something, but it's not going to be in time. So I was, because Matthew and I, we've been jamming out and stuff like that, playing music and stuff like that, and one of our band members was all like, hey, let's all try to come up with 3 names for a band that we can, possibly delimit. And then I just realized, like, why don't we ask the fans what's a good band name? And then I was like, by the time we get that, it will be too late. So scratch that.
It's all good.
But again, if you want to listen to what we talked about on the break, subscribe to our channel.
Oh, was I supposed to be recording that? My bad.
No,
had the mics off. My bad.
No, they all need happy news. Speaking of
speaking of happy news, how about the CIA and all that torture, huh?
Ooh.
Wait. Just for a moment. We do have to talk about this. I mean, obviously, but what were you going to say?
No, I was like, I've not heard about this, so go ahead.
What?
I literally was going to jump to the Bill Cosby song. Yeah, let's go with this.
Yeah, Bill Cosby's played out. Yeah, he drugs women and rapes them. What else do we need to know? And he's been doing it for years.
After I drug a woman and have my way with her, I go to the CIA and tell about the torture.
No, there was a report released recently that basically detailed. I got to be honest with you. Were you guys? Do either of you think right now that the CIA is not torturing people they suspect of terrorism?
Oh.
Exactly. This is not. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it should be happening, but I don't know who was surprised by this. Like, I heard about it, I was like, the only thing that surprised me was that somebody told. That was the only surprising thing to me. So basically, there was a report that came out that basically says that the CIA has been actively torturing prisoners who they have detained for suspected acts of terrorism. They are waterboarding them, of course, which is the big thing these days. That's the big thing. It's actually a very old technique that's been around for fucking ever. It used to be called hydrotherapy back when they thought it could cure you being insane.
Yep.
I used to do the same thing.
Now it's called waterboarding because it's a very effective torture technique. It can break down the hardest people very quickly. The problem is it's torture, which, first of all, let's just throw out the moral implications altogether. Let's just not even talk about the morals of torture. Let's talk about the effectiveness in general. Torture is not effective. Yes, you can sometimes get information if you happen to be torturing a person who has that information. However, you will get more false positives via torture than anything else, because people undergoing torture will say anything they can to make it stop, whether they actually know something or not. So what you end up doing is wasting time and resources and money and manpower and everything chasing down leads that don't actually lead anywhere. The only time that torture is actually effective is when you happen to be doing it to the exact right person at the exact right time, which is so infrequent as to make it non-effective. So not even looking at the moral implications of it, it just doesn't fucking work. Even Napoleon knew that fucking torture didn't work. He even said that, you know what, torture doesn't work. We're gonna get information that's useless, so don't fucking do it. Napoleon, this is not a guy that we look to for high moral standards, okay? And he knew that torture didn't work, but yet the CIA is like, no, we're good. We're good. That guy doesn't want to tell us who his cellmates are in the terror cell that he claims he's not part of. We'll just chain him to the floor naked for a few days. It'll be all good.
Which, by the way, Napoleon makes cameo appearance in Assassin's Creed Unity. Look for it. It's okay. Like, as much as I say this, and everyone thinks it's a joke, but there's some truth behind it. I'm like, dude, look. I know what everyone says. We can't nuke these countries because there's innocent people in there. I'm like, dude, just fucking nuke it. And when everyone like bitches is complaining, the years pass after the radiation's gone, just build the Disneyland and everyone will forget about it. It's like, this is the problem. You can't.
If you nuke them, at least you can say, hey, at least we're not waterboarding them. Come on.
Well, we were just talking about this. It's like you can't. This is it. I'm going to bring you back to some comic book stuff and everything. That Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm. Are you caught up on the show?
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Everyone's holy fucking. You know what's creepy, though? Longbox Cast, we recorded the day before it, and I go, man, if they really want to fuck with the fans, I go, they kill Beth.
Oh, man. What did you... sorry about the segue, but we got to talk about this for just a second.
Sorry, I was trying to reference...
What about AMC fucking...
Oh, my God!
Spoiler. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, I was scrolling through, it was like, I'm like... And all of a sudden, I was all like, oh, well, I never
If you're
died.
on social media... If a show is out that you watch and that has twists and turns and surprises, and you're on social media after an episode has aired and you haven't watched it yet, then you are probably going to see some spoilers, but usually it's from your friends, and you can usually filter that out. You can I know who I'm not going to look at. I know who I'm not going to see. When the actual official page of a channel or a show posts spoilers, especially blatant spoilers, I mean, they posted Rip Beth. Like,
yeah.
There's no mistaking what that means.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But luckily, Megan didn't see it. So when watching the episode, I knew what was happening. But to see her reaction, and after it happened, I was like, I asked her because I didn't know. I was like, so you didn't know about that? She said no. And I was like, oh man, I'm totally envious you right now.
How did you not know? I will say that at least the rest of that scene wasn't spoiled for me.
Yeah.
Because I knew, I saw this scene coming. I had even seen the image, somebody had taken a still frame of that
Daryl.
moment and would put a caption of it saying, this episode really blew my mind. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
The moment where
the brains coming out the back of the head moment. That's the one I saw.
I just about said it too.
So I could see that the hallway, I could see what was happening. I was like, okay, I know what's happening. But I didn't know what was going to happen after that. I'm like, holy shit, are we going to see an all-out bloodbath? Are we going to see, what are we going to see? And I have to say, I think what we saw was exactly what needed to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very curious to see what happens next, because they don't show. They leave you kind of hanging whether or not do any of them come? Do any of them stay?
Is it going to be a war between them? They're going to get out, but there's just going to be.
I doubt that very much, because I think that everybody that was in there was pretty much.
It won't be a war
fuck that
with
bitch.
The governor.
They're cool. No, because if the governor had been killed, then there wouldn't have been a war. But because he was still alive, then that's why there was a war.
This is actually
because that one bitch got it. Then they're like, you know what? We're cool, guys.
What do you think they're going to do next?
Hey, tit for tat.
Do you know?
We're out.
Well, I will say this.
Do you know what they're going to do next? Because the comics.
Well, I will say I'm not that far caught up into the comics or whatnot, but I will say this. I go this hashtag I want to start trending is let Rick be Rick. Because I'm pretty sure if we went with Rick's plan and not Tyrese's plan, Beth would still be with us. Because Rick's idea was all like, oh, there's going to be too many dead. I'm like, but Rick, if you listen to his plan, he goes, we're going to come in, we're going to kill people silently, we're going to take out everybody from the top, then we're going to sneak. Like
Rick
at this
is
point,
freaking me out right now.
No, Rick right
quite
now,
frankly.
Oh, my favorite part though in that beginning of that episode was him going, stop. He gave you, and this is the funniest part, is we watched the.
He was like, you should have stopped.
We watched the Talking Dead afterwards, and I think it was either Keenan or Peele was on.
Key or Peele?
Yeah, it was one of the two guys, and he was talking about, he's all like, Rick's at the state where you get one fucking strike. And my mom's never seen him, and my mom's like, I like this guy. He's funny. You should watch his show on Comedy Central. But, no, I'm at the same mind point with Rick. I'm like, Rick tried to be that moral person in the beginning. Like, I remember everybody hating Rick. Oh, Rick is doing this, Rick is doing that. But Rick is at this point now where he's all like, he saw what happened with the governor. He tried to reason with that. That didn't work. Then Terminus came around, and when he was like, I want to go back and I want to kill these fuckers, I was like, no, they're not going to bother us. What did they fucking do? They came back, and then Rick. That's why I'm just like,
that fucking guy, man.
At that point, I'm just all like, yeah, anything Rick says, I think we should go with, because 95% of the time, I think he's gonna be right on the ball.
The only thing is, I think, like right this moment, yes, but the problem is he's sliding. I think he's on a slide right now where he's hit the point where everything he says is dead on and exactly right, but he's going through a spectrum right now. He's very quickly slipping into, oh shit, this guy's just going to shoot anything that moves. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh, who cares?
Because that's where he's at right now. Like that episode where he was ready to kill that guy. And when Daryl has to be the voice of reason to tell you not to kill somebody, you know you might be on the edge of a problem.
That is a good explanation, but I'm just going to say this, and people are going to hate me for this, and that's fine. But honestly, Daryl's gotten soft.
He was mad.
I'm sorry.
He was so mad at the end of that episode.
I'm sorry. After all the shit that they have gone through, and now people are trying to reason like, oh no, Rick, there's this stuff. I'd be like, you know what? You're either going to follow me or you can walk away. Because at this point, I'm like, I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care anything about your back. Oh, my family was killed. I'm like, 95% of my brain right now means you're going to turn around and you're going to try to fuck me over. So you know what? Why not take care of the problem right now?
How about fucking Duke Nukem and the mullet guy, huh?
That was fucking...
Holy shit.
What did you guys think about that?
That was great.
Well, I will admit I kind of saw that coming because I was like, looking at this guy and I'm like, there's no way, like, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
Like, they've been to the CDC and obviously they know shit. What makes them think there's going to be something special in Washington? Like, this guy's full of shit. I know it. And then he's like, by the way, guys, I'm full of shit. I'm sorry.
I will say this, though. His line, after he admitted everything, probably wasn't the best line to say, going like, well, I'm so smarter than you.
That probably wasn't the best for his health and safety at that moment.
It's funny because my parents watch and they're just all like, I hate Abraham. I'm like, oh, but you don't want Abraham to die. And they're like, why not? I go, okay, right now you got Rick and you got Abraham. These are two guys. They're your tanks. If you have an RPG, you want tanks. Basically loose cannon tanks right now because these guys are great. You can get rid of the fucking hillbilly guy with the stupid mullet. I could keep two shits about it because guess what?
You know who else you can get rid of and any time now would be fantastic is that fucking priest. And that fucking guy needs to go.
You know,
he does nothing but cause shit.
Yeah. You know what the problem is, though? He's going to last forever. Because this is the thing, when we were just discussing on Long Box Cast, I go, look, as much as they're going to, I go, the go-to to kill off for the mid-season finale would be Noah. But I go, the problem is we're not attached to Noah right now.
No, everybody wants him dead, so he'll be alive through the end of the fucking
Noah's new. And it isn't until Noah starts showing you his everything. And like, you know what? I really like Noah. Oh, he's dead. That's what happens. So,
well, right now he can fucking die. I don't care because he's a pain in the ass. He causes nothing but trouble.
Are you just saying Noah should die because everybody hates Chris?
Fuck that. I don't even care. This isn't a racial thing. Okay, you know what? He was in
the show. Everybody hates Chris.
I never watched that show because I really did hate Chris. So I was like, why would I watch the show? Now everybody loves Raymond. Watch the hell out of that because I love fucking Raymond.
My favorite Romano! I'm in the zombie apocalypse. Race.
Everybody hates Chris. I'm like, this show is too negative. I don't even want to see this.
No, they're like, Ray, shh.
They're gonna come.
Ah, zombies! They're coming at Deborah! Ah, my dad hates everybody. My brother's Robert. Ah!
Dude, you sound nothing like Ray Romano.
It was like
It was a valiant effort, but
it was kind of a there was some Kermit in there.
Well,
there was a little bit of Kermit, but it was
Kermit and Pee Wee, dude.
yeah, it was yeah. That's I was like there was something else, but it wasn't quite. That's all right.
I want to see that. Ah, zombies!
The word of the day is zombies. Ah!
Speaking of Pee Wee, dude, Pee Wee's that series is coming out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, and he's also making another movie.
Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee
I
Herman?
fucking hated that shit when I was a kid.
Pee Wee's
man. I fucking
Playhouse on
hated
Blu-ray.
that
Oh,
shit.
dude, and he's making another movie. He's making
fuck
another
out of
movie.
me.
Is he?
I was like watching that shit, and I'm like, I'm 10. I'm not a fucking moron. Don't talk down to me like this, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, but you're
I hated that fucking show.
I loved
Why do you hate
it,
my
but
show?
you're also
Man,
older than us.
I don't know. But when I was watching it,
Eric, you really
I was
need to
still
open your
like,
heart.
this guy is treating his audience like they're fucking morons, and I'm like, I'm a kid. I'm not a fucking idiot. Don't treat me like one. I don't know. Just personal taste. I know a lot of people who
Eric,
love Pee Wee
I know
Herman.
you
I was
really
like,
hate my
fuck that
show.
guy.
But you gotta
I was not
watch
surprised
it.
when he got caught jacking off in a movie theater.
I
I mean, granted, it was a porno movie theater. I mean, what do people think happens in there
dressed up as Pee Wee for Halloween one year.
with your cock out?
Well, Eric,
Oh, pre
Yeah,
masturbation.
I was like 4 or 5.
Oh, all right.
It's probably 5. So
well,
okay.
Eric.
Well,
I
Well,
like
that
to-
makes my question
I'm
really
gonna change it.
inappropriate,
I'm
doesn't
gonna
it?
change it. I'm gonna go 5 or 6.
Well, Eric, when I was watching that porno,
Doesn't make my question
was
any less
thinking of
appropriate, any more
you.
appropriate. I should probably be waterboarded for that or something.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways,
That's the word of the day.
waterboarding.
Waterboard.
Ah,
No.
But yeah, so who knows what's going to happen next season? I'm pretty sure that Rick has lost it, and let's just everybody sit back and do the.
yeah, it's going to be good, and hopefully AMC has learned from their mistakes. They claim to have, because this wasn't the first time they've posted spoilers very shortly after an episode. And it's like, dude, not everybody gets to see it, and not everybody, especially Facebook is international, whereas the episodes, they air a couple of days later in other countries. So it's like people in the UK were like, you fucking assholes. We don't get to watch this for 2 days.
The one thing I will say, though, about The Walking Dead, if everyone got a chance to catch it, was
I'm caught up.
how did everyone how did everyone feel about the Better Call Saul?
Oh, I didn't watch
Oh.
it. I did not watch it with
on.
commercials. So.
I was so pumped for it, and then they showed it, and I was like, "Oh, this is bullshit. It was dumb."
Yeah.
I haven't seen it because
I'm excited for the
I wa-
series, but
I
the
didn't watch any
clip
commercials.
they played was so lame.
I would recommend the clip
Don't
they played was
hype
shit.
it up that much and play that stupid 20-second clip.
But we'll see what happens. I mean, but apparently, this is the weird part, though. Apparently, this is the funny part. It's like no one has seen it, but the network was like, "Yeah, you get a second season already." So, like, but it hasn't aired yet.
There's enough Breaking Bad fans that I think they can safely do 2 seasons minimum and not have to worry about it. And if it's any good at all, then it'll be fine. Now, it might not be. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen the trailer. I'll have to check it out after the show because I don't watch it with commercials, so I didn't see any trailers or anything like that with it. But I'm curious to see it. But at the same time, I'm kind of like with any prequels or sequels to things when they spin off, and I'm just kind of like, most of the time they suck in comparison to what they were spin off.
Yeah,
It's very, very rare
I don't
that
know.
the spin-off
Joey was
surpasses
pretty
the-
good.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Oh
Oh, my God.
Eric, to be fair though, I mean,
Yeah, if they'd have done a Chandler spinoff, I'd have been all over that shit.
okay,
But
I
fucking
said
Joey.
that. I said okay, but Eric, I will say this. I mean, technically, Socially Awkward's a spin-off of a another thing.
Yeah, well, that's not a spinoff. That's a reincarnation. That's a different.
I do want to get back to the thing you were saying because I brought up The Walking Dead for a good point because the Talking Dead they talked about institutionalized evil, meaning that this is their daily routine and stuff like that. So these people, that's what they're brought up with. That's all they know. That's
Right.
what they want. So it's like to basically doing the torture stuff doesn't really matter to them because they're probably put through worse hell over there. I feel like, when I say nuke the entire fucking country, who cares? I'm like, yeah, there's innocent, but like this is institutionalized evil. That's just their daily thing. They don't care,
Well, the problem is the institutionalized evil that we're seeing isn't on their part. The institutionalized evil we're seeing right now is on our part.
No, yeah.
It's the CIA and the people conducting these interrogations and using quote-unquote advanced interrogation techniques, which have been proven time and time again. Torture is as old as the spoken word. Basically, when people started talking to each other, people started torturing each other to get people to say certain things, and it hasn't worked since then. The fact of the matter is we have the technology these days to invent new and inventive tortures that can cause intense amounts of pain, and guess what? We're still not getting any better information than we ever did. They did it in the Middle Ages. They did it before the Middle Ages. It has always existed, and it has always had the same basic problem aside. I'm like, not even looking at the morality of it, which is, obviously completely immoral to cause suffering to somebody just because you think they might know something. But the fact of the matter is, it's just not effective. And what does it do? It makes us look like a bunch of fucking shitheads. I mean, we literally have, I'm looking at a headline here, China, Russia, and Iran are lecturing the U.S. on human rights. How the fuck do countries like Russia and Iran, like China and
Soviet Russia, you torture us.
in Soviet Russia, waterboards you. I don't even know what that means.
I just want my burger.
But I mean, like seriously, like when you have countries like Iran telling the U.S., "Hey, you guys crossed a line, fuckers," like seriously, it's absolutely insane. And, it doesn't produce results. If it produced results, if it produced really solid results, we might be able to overlook the moral implications and be like, yeah, it's kind of questionable morally, but hey, you know what? We've prevented X number of attacks. They can't claim that. They have no data showing that they have prevented any attacks. They have no data showing that they've captured anybody who's actually committed or planned any attacks. They just have a bunch of people who they have detained without any due process and tortured without any due process, claiming they might know something. And the only way they can ever find out that they don't know something is basically they get tortured to death and be like, hey, well, I guess you probably didn't know anything. That is not something that a country that supposedly calls itself free should do. That's what it comes down to for me. We should not be partaking in this type of shit.
But on a lighter note, to bring everything up a little bit, or what? Are you caught up on the Flash?
Except for the most recent episode this week.
Oh, damn it! That's the one I want to talk about.
I'm caught up through the crossover, but that's it.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Now I will say this: the crossover was a little disappointing. I was expecting a little more. It was too much back and forth. Oliver telling Barry, you can't do what I do where I do it because I'm so blah, 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 blah. You don't understand my city, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't give a shit about any of that shit. Now, the one bright point, got to see a hell of a lot more Felicity. Anytime I get to see Felicity, I'm a happy man. So they could just make a show where it's just Felicity.
Well, the joke I made, I'll put it this way. I watched
standing there the whole episode.
I watched the Flash one. And I'm like, okay, I'm on board. Yeah, this is fine. And then I talked to Kyle, because Kyle's a huge fan of the Arrow and everything. That's like, do I have to watch the second one? He goes, yeah, you probably should. It's like, okay. So I watched the Arrow one. I'm all like, when does it get good, everybody? So all you Arrow fans out there, I'm probably going to lose a couple people. Go fuck yourselves. Literally, I've fucking tried to watch that show. It is horrible. Arrow is fucking horrible. And then I love the fact that
I don't care. I dig it.
And then I love the fact that they're like, the guy from Arrow's like, I'd like to do a crossover with Gotham. I'm like, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
Felicity is cute.
I'm telling you what. Holy shit.
I've never seen
Felicity, the tech
show.
girl on Arrow. No, she's blonde in Arrow.
I think the redhead is hotter.
In Flash?
Fuck yeah.
There's no redhead. I was like, there's no redhead in Arrow.
Oh yeah,
there's a couple of brunettes and there's the blonde.
Again, I don't watch Arrow.
She's in Arrow, and she is definitely the best part of Arrow. I'm telling you what. He knows what I'm talking about.
I'm totally.
I'm not a blonde guy. I like brunettes and redheads. Like, that's my preference, but Felicity can fucking hack my hard drive any fucking day. And let me tell you what.
Yeah, you're just talking about
Okay.
Hard drive.
Yeah, you're just talking about her big tits. That's all.
No, actually, she's part of the itty bitty titty committee. But she is just fucking smoking hot. And the character, like, I don't know about the actress herself, but the character, like, I want to fuck the character because she's hot as hell and smart too. Like, fuck that. Like, I have no. The actress might be smart too. I don't know. I don't know her.
No, Arrow.
But the character, I want to fuck the hell out of the character.
A lot of people do petitions to renew TV shows. I'm doing a petition of cancel this motherfucker because I fucking hate Arrow.
I enjoy it. I have been.
Fuck that
Here's
show.
here's what I like about Arrow. It doesn't try to do what most TV shows based on comic books do and try to dumb it down to a TV level. It does everything at a comic book level, which is intensely cheesy. If you look at a comic book, the way it is written and the way it is portrayed is immensely cheesier than any TV show you normally see. And Arrow pulls that off. It makes me feel like I'm seeing the pages of a comic book on the screen.
You
It really has that feel.
You want to know something that has that feel? That had that feel? That was the best show ever? And you could buy it now in a fucking great box set? Was the 1966 Batman, okay? That was fucking comics.
No, it really was, and especially for that era. Like, it really personified that era
from
of.
his quiver, shove it up his ass, and go fuck himself.
Are you watching Arrow, Matthew? Oh,
Nope.
oh man, the fucking. Did you see when he did the boxing glove?
No.
Oh my God, you're see.
Someone told
you can't
me.
complain.
No,
you can't complain.
I can complain. You know why? Because I go, oh, Kyle hits me up with the text. Oh, dude, Arrow's show last night. He finally used the boxing glove Arrow.
It was
amazing. I go, that's awesome. He's using all the tricks from the comic book. Maybe I'll jump out. He's like, well, to be fair, he shot the arrow and it hit a boxing glove.
No, that's not the way it worked. The boxing glove happened to be on the ground. He had rolled out of the way of the guy shooting at him.
It accidentally.
Well, what happened was he caught it with his arrow, and then he came up and shot it, and it got the guy. It was awesome. It was fucking awesome. Fuck you.
No, you want to see
Fuck you all.
No. You want to see a good
awesome.
Green Arrow? You want to see a good Green Arrow? Watch Justice League Unlimited. That's when they nailed the character.
I dig Arrow.
And this is the shitty
I dig
part.
Arrow,
This is the shitty
even
part.
though it's got subpar acting from most of the major characters, and it is very cheesy. That's the biggest complaint I hear from people is that it's cheesy, but it's comic book cheesy. It's so fucking. I love it.
But this is
I
the
love
problem
it.
I have with it, okay?
I like it better than Flash.
I fucking love the Flash. I think they're doing a great job with it.
No, I like the Flash too, but I like Arrow better.
No, I like the Flash because, what's the Flash using? Oh, yeah, his own fucking villains. I'm the Arrow. I'm going to steal people from Batman. Go fuck yourself, Arrow. Go fuck yourself.
They're trying to tie in the DC world. They're trying to tie in the people that they know.
Okay.
Before
If you want-
they
no.
introduced the Flash, they didn't have the metahumans to introduce, so they couldn't use those.
No. You wanted to introduce us to the DC world. You want to keep everything connected. Then I would have hired Liam Neeson when he said, hey, I want to come back as Ra's al Ghul. Fucking keep it in the same universe.
I don't understand why DC is separating the TV shows and the movies. Marvel, I think, is being so smart about keeping everything together. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, which is starting next week or in January?
January.
I am so pumped for that, even though like the last episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was like, oh, fuck, I want more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now. Give me more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, they just basically made Skyquake. Like,
oh, shit.
They just made, yeah.
I really need to start watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. apparently.
Like, they don't say it, but you watch it and you're like, oh, shit, Sky's Quake. Motherfucker. So you like really like, oh man, I can't wait for that. But Agent Carter is going to be a nice interlude.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be pretty fucking awesome.
Okay.
And I love that they are tying it together with the movies. I think that's a good idea.
No, I think it's a
DC
fantastic
is choosing to go a totally opposite direction, and I think that's stupid.
No, I agree with you. This is the problem: is DC did this thing called the New 52s, where they rebooted the entire thing, and I thought that was a genius idea. I think I would never picked up a Flash comic. I'm like, I love the Flash now. I love Green Lantern. They finally made Aquaman cool. Okay, you got Batman, you got Superman. Like, these are characters. I'm like, this was a great idea. I'm like, okay, do this with your movie franchise and your movie and your TV shows. Nothing. But I will say this. Okay, so Marvel has been in talks with Sony.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be getting Spider-Man for the Avengers.
Now
right?
they've been in talks. If Marvel gets Spider-Man back, like officially, not like for like a rental unit or whatnot, they're not going to have.
We're just going to rent Spider-Man?
No. They're not going to have Andrew Garfield portray him anymore.
That'd be fine with me.
And I'm fine with
I thought
that.
he was mediocre. All of the Spider-Man so far have been mediocre to me.
But it's funny because it's like Marvel's trying to, do all this kind of stuff. But shit, where was I going with this? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Marvel's the smart idea is putting everything together. So it's like when there's no movies coming out, you have Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. to watch. Then we're going to have Agent Carter to watch. And I think that's a great idea to do.
The one downside to that, and I will admit, because I had this problem when I watched the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I had not seen The Winter Soldier yet. And because I hadn't seen the movie, there were a lot of parts of the show that didn't make sense to me, and I almost stopped watching it. So I can understand why DC might be trying to be like, you know what? We want to keep our TV fans enthralled and not have them have to watch the movies. But ultimately, even though, because I've been on both sides of this, where I've seen the TV shows and seen the movies and not seen the movies and seen the TV shows, I think Marvel is still doing it right. Even from the perspective of somebody who did miss out on some of the references of that first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I hadn't seen the movie yet.
No, I agree. And, of course, Marvel's doing right. I know somebody won't be happy with this who's on our network, but we will say this anyway. So Ryan Reynolds will be Deadpool.
Sorry, Ziggy. It's happening. It's official.
I really don't see the problem because I think he nailed that character. And even
he was an amazing Wade Wilson.
And even with that little trailer,
when they gave him the 5 minutes to be Wade Wilson, and then they fucked the character, that was not his fault. Now, I will admit that his Green Lantern was pathetic at best.
Okay. But this is the problem with Green Lantern. When they said Ryan Reynolds will be Green Lantern, this is what I immediately went, being a comic book fan, I go, oh, they're going to do Kyle. Now, Kyle was the guy who took over for Hal Jordan. Now, Kyle, the reason why he was good, he was an arrogant asshole, Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
He was a comic book artist. That's why he was so good with like coming up with shit to do with his ring and everything. I'm like, oh, if he's going to play a sarcastic asshole who's like cocky and stuff like that, who gets the ring, I'm like, I'm on board. But as soon as they said, no, Hal Jordan's going to be he's going to be playing Hal Jordan, I go, oh no, Hal Jordan was like a serious Green Lantern. Like to me, if you want to reboot the franchise and do Hal Jordan, pick the guy from Firefly.
Oh, Nathan Fillion?
Nathan Fillion, because you know what? He's already.
Oh, he could do it.
This is the thing.
Oh, yeah, he could do it.
This is the thing. He's already voiced Green Lantern in a couple of those DC things. He's phenomenal at it. He knows what he's doing. I will say this though, but if you decide you want to go with, was it John? Oh shit!
John Leguizamo.
No, it's the.
I don't know why that was the first John that popped to my head. How long has he been in? How long has it been since he's been in something?
I was about to pull an Eric. Fuck. I was about to pull an Eric where I was going to look at Matt to say, but he was the first black.
Matt doesn't care. Matt's not in the show.
John. Fuck. What is his name? It's like John
Lovitz.
No.
It stinks.
I'm John Lovitz, that's right. I have in darkest day, in brightest night, no evil shall escape my mind.
John. I know it's John.
Green Lantern named John Stewart?
It's John Stewart, that's right.
Oh, see, I can see how that'd be confused. Now, imagine if they got John Stewart to play John Stewart.
I will not like that. No, but I'm totally down for that. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Just go with that. Just go pick. And honestly, to play John Stewart, I would like get fucking, was
John Stewart the black one?
Yeah.
Okay, so get a black guy.
That's what I was going to say. Denzel Washington.
Okay. Did I not say a black guy?
Yeah, but I want to give him a name. I don't want to be racist. God.
I'm not trying to deny what he is. He is what he is.
But no, I think John
Denzel
Stewart.
would be.
I think John Stewart.
Would be
I think John Stewart right now would be a great Green Lantern to do, especially with the Justice League movie coming up and everything else that's showing up. I think that'd be a wonderful idea. But DC, for some strange reason, just like they were like, oh, we got to jump on. Like this is the thing, DC. No one is going to blame you for it. Just fucking copy Marvel.
And that's the thing is they are so unwilling to do it. They remind me so much of the music and the video and the movie industry when the internet became a big thing. They're like, we're going to fight it, we're going to fight it, we're going to fight it, instead of just, you know what, if we embrace this now, we can curtail all of this pirating and stuff by making it available. Instead, they tried to fight it. And that's what DC is doing. DC is seeing everything that Marvel's doing, and instead of saying, hey, that's working, let's try something like it, they're saying, no, we're going to do something different. We've even had, what's his name, the guy who directed the... Christopher Nolan. He even came out and said, like, he took a pot shot at Marvel, saying, "Oh, anybody who puts scenes after the credits is what he called it, like childish or something." Like he took a pot shot at like one of the favorite things that people love about Marvel movies is the fact that. And why is that a bad thing? How could that possibly be a bad thing? I guarantee you every single motherfucker who had anything to do with that movie and whose name is in that damn credits, who normally would never get seen, they love fucking Marvel. They love working on a Marvel film because they know, you know what? There's still going to be somebody sitting in the fucking seat by the time my name rolls around the screen. So I'm fucking happy.
That's the thing. It's like DC, I just like... It's like, look, okay, I'm going to be honest with you, DC. Like, I know they're listening. Honestly, DC, if you literally start ripping off Marvel movies, like doing it the way they're doing it, like the structure and everything like that, us comic book fans, we're not even going to be mad. We're just going to go, fuck, finally, yes, you got it. And that's because literally, this was the thing we said.
So Diane Nelson, Diane, we know you're listening. Diane, hi, it's Eric.
We
listen to what Steven has to say.
We even said this. Literally, at the end of Man of Steel, you could have literally had a door open and you could see, like, you don't even have to show anything, like people's faces or whatnot. The door open and it just shows the staircase and you see the Bat Cave. Like, you just see, you're like, oh shit. And you just hear Alfred go, Master Wayne, I think we might have a problem. We would have been like, fuck yeah, fuck you, take my money. Like, literally, I would have been like, oh my fucking God, are you serious? Like, Batman's included in this fucking series now? Like, I would have just fucking jerked off like Pee Wee Herman, okay?
No.
People in the theater are like, dude, this is a Batman flick, not this is a Superman
I would have looked at them and go, fuck you, take my money!
Be like...
Yeah, I literally would have just been like, I fucking don't care anymore.
Let me finish, and then I'll have a response for you. So Diane, Miss Nelson, if you must, listen to us. Just fucking copy Marvel already. They are successful. And we want you to be successful, too, because we love your product. We just want you to make it better.
This is the problem, though, DC. I will say this. Okay, right now in Arrow, you're mentioning the Suicide Squad. I'm like, I'm on board. Wait a minute, all this shit's coming out for a Suicide Squad movie. I'm excited. Oh, they're not tying in at fucking all. So you're basically, what you're telling me, you're casting 2 different Harley Quinns, 2 different Jokers, 2 different every fucking buddy else. I'm all like, why don't you just...
They're very insistent.
Why don't you just Bill Cosby me now, DC?
Hey, Gotham's done, right?
What?
Gotham's like the
mid-season finale.
Oh, I was like, it got canceled? I'm so mad.
No, they're not.
Now, I understand Gotham not being tied in with anything else because it's in a different time frame.
That's fine.
It's in the same universe, but a different time frame. So I'm okay
I'm just asking,
with that not tying in. Like you were talking about Stephen Amell wanting to do a crossover. I'm like, that would be fucking stupid.
I was
unless he comes in as a kid. I'm like, what the fuck?
This is the problem, though. Stephen Amell, I heard him like on a podcast, and I'm like, I actually like this guy. He's kind of
he seems like a great guy.
I'm watching Arrow. I'm like, I fucking hate you.
he seems like an actual decent human. He's Canadian, so I mean,
I will say this. Okay, mid-season finale of Gotham.
Yeah, what were we going to say about Gotham?
So it was the mid-season finale.
Yeah, I think they're doing a little split thing too.
Well, they're doing the thing for
they're coming back in January though, right? It's not like a long break.
I mean, we got.
I'm digging it. I'm digging Gotham with a huge show.
We got to see little Bruce get out in the world a little bit.
Yeah,
this is the thing.
He's starting to learn how to fight. To this day, my favorite character in that show is Alfred. Alfred is kicking ass and taking names, and I fucking love him.
It's great.
But this is what I'm going to say. Gotham's been great, stuff like that. This is the first episode that I go, not their strongest.
Which one, the mid-season finale?
Yeah, the mid-season finale. I was like, I could care less about this fucking kid shit.
I don't know. I think what happened was there was a lot of people complaining that there wasn't enough Bruce Wayne happening in Gotham, and so they intentionally made an episode or two which was more focusing on him, which wasn't necessary because there was enough going on. I think, honestly, Gordon is the driving force in the show, and it should be. I want to see his progression.
He's
like,
the
we
main
know
character.
how Bruce becomes Batman. I want to know how Detective Gordon becomes Commissioner
I will
Gordon.
say
That's
this,
what I
though.
want to see.
My favorite part in that entire episode was Gordon going like, well, I'm going to be a security guard at Arkham. And I go, finally. We're going to see how Arkham finally starts getting to where it needs to be. We're going to get fucking Dr. Hugo Strange finally, which he's a fucking nut job, which I'm going to love. I can't wait to see what everything else is going to happen. But it's just like, oh, finally.
And you know who's really grown on me? Is Bullock.
I love Bullock.
When it first started, I was like, he's too dirty. He shouldn't be this dirty. Like, Bullock has always been on the edge, but never quite stepped over the line into full-on dirty. And in this show, at the very beginning, he was full-on dirty cop.
Yeah.
But he's come back being with Gordon, and I love that. Like, now I'm looking back, I'm like, now I like that they started him over the line because you see how powerful a character Gordon is because he's able to pull this guy back from that ledge and bring him back over into the side of. He's still not a good cop, quote unquote, but he's actually doing the right thing.
Well, I will like to say,
I dig that.
An episode with him basically was that episode The Goat.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was a phenomenal episode with him. I was like, that really trying to show him what I liked about it was like as
it
much
gave a little bit of explanation as to why he was the way he was.
Exactly. Like I like to say, like it showed like he was a good cop. Like he tried to do everything that he needed to do, and it's just like that. Like that was the thing, but I was like, as much as like I didn't really like, this is the thing though. I love the stuff with Alfred in that episode, the mid-season finale. I'm like, yeah, Alfred's kicking ass. I can't wait for this. I like the little tidbit of like, oh, well, I'm going to Arkham now, and something like, yeah, finally, some of that. But like literally, like the whole bullshit between him and like Selena Kyle's like,
yeah.
So, Bruce Wayne, no offense, is you as a little kid, fuck off. Become Batman already.
Yeah.
Grow up!
I dig the parts of Bruce Wayne when they show him, investigating his parents' death and like starting to build up. And honestly, it's like, how are they going to give Alfred any screen time without showing Bruce? So I'm okay with that for the most part. The interactions between Bruce and Selena, I could give two shits about. That part, honestly, I'm like, because first of all, Catwoman has never been one of my favorite characters to begin with. So like that, I could care less about that progression.
Actually, Catwoman is a phenomenal character.
I agree that it's a good character. No. It's just never been one of my favorites.
No, this is what I'm saying. She's a phenomenal character, but the problem is when we saw Catwoman, she's older, like especially with the new reboot of the New 52s, you get to find out her backstory and like everything with her and Batman. Like a great line they have, like literally her and Batman meet up in like one of the Catwoman issues, have sex, and she's literally going over everything. She's all like, he pretty much strips down but never removes the cowl. You're just like, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. Because I'm a motherfucking Batman.
Like,
that's why.
Motherfucking Batman.
If I was the motherfucking Batman, that shit wouldn't come off either.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. But like, the thing, like, it's like I could care less about this kind of shit. But I'm telling everybody right now, Fox, if you're listening, you really want to. Okay, when you end your series, this is how you have to fucking end it, man. Okay, Batman finally tracks down the guy who killed his parents.
Peter Rice is the CEO of Fox. He's an avid listener of our show.
Peter Rice.
Mr. Rice.
I will say this: if you want to really get us geared up and just be like, you guys fucking nailed it, when you finally decide to end the series of Gotham, Batman shows up, full cape, cowl, everything like that. He finds the guy who killed his parents, Joe Chill, grabs him, he's like, Martha Wayne, you killed them. He's getting all pissed off, and the guy's like, what is it to you? He removes the mask and goes, because I am the son of the two people you killed. Joe Chill flips out. He runs out into a room full of mafia people going like, oh my God, I know who Batman is. I killed his parents. And then all the mafia people go, wait. You're the fucking guy
wait,
Batman? And they kill him.
You fucking guy. This guy right here.
I will say this before we leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Before we leave, because I have to do this. Okay, so Al Pacino met with Marvel. Did you guys see this?
Yes.
Apparently he wants to play a character.
Okay.
Who do you guys think he wants to play? Like, the only thing I can think of him to play is if they're going to finally reboot another Punisher movie and he's the mafia boss. But could you imagine him just walking in and be like, oh, I want to be Iron Man. Oh, shoot off my beam. Can I be the Spider-Man?
No.
Now, from what I hear,
They'll cast him as some villain.
From what I hear, he's the discussion that he had with Marvel was specifically for the Guardians of the Galaxy sequel.
I want to be Rocket Raccoon's brother.
So that's the question: is who is he going to play? Because they've kind of built it up already. Are we going to see the Collector as one of the main guys in the Guardians of the Galaxy sequel?
Apparently,
or
rumors.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get a small name to play the Collector, so I mean, it's like. But
I want to play Groot's grandfather. Oh, Groot.
We don't know for sure. That's the rumor. He did, because he hasn't said anything. Marvel hasn't said anything. Yeah. He said he was talking to them and everything. Like, he came out of the meeting very positive, meaning it's almost a sure thing. But they also point out that there are 9 new comic book movies coming out within the next, few years. So he could be in any of those.
Oh, Doctor Strange.
We already got a Doctor Strange. What the hell?
No. Like he's like the villain in Doctor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Doctor Strange. I don't want to be forward, but you got a great ass.
Is Fan Fest happening right now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I was going to bring that up.
Go right ahead.
I'm kind of mad because I really, really, really wanted to go, and of course I had to work, so I'm not going. But all reports I've seen thus far have been that it is severely understaffed, and it seems that they were underprepared for what they were, which is surprising considering it's the same people who run Phoenix Comic Con and do a fantastic job running Phoenix Comic Con.
And it's at University of Phoenix Stadium.
It's at the University of Phoenix Stadium.
Venue.
Yeah, it's a huge venue. They've got a lot of space. I'm curious. So obviously the reports have only been from today so far because it's today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And so I'm curious to see if the weekend will be run a little bit more smoothly, with more people, because I'm sure a lot of the volunteers had to work today. So I'm sure they're going to have more people in there tomorrow to help out and stuff. So
they had both of the doctors that had their panels today.
Yeah, evidently, all the Doctor Who stuff was today, and there's nothing for the rest of the weekend, which kind of sucks. But
I mean, I saw that on Instagram. That's why I was like, wait, what? Damn, it's already time.
Yeah, I really, 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 really wanted to go, but I have to work, and so it's kind of like it's too close to Christmas to take time off work. It's too close to Christmas to spend money to go, and even if we got press passes and got in for free, we'd still have to. There's lunch and there's gas to get the fuck out to Glendale.
Yeah, that's way up there.
It's. I'm really curious to see how it does, and if they do it again next year, I will definitely make the time to go.
Yeah, we'll have a live show.
Yeah, absolutely, or at least a panel.
Joe, we'll do a Christmas spectacular.
There you go, Christmas panel, yay!
Starring Ed Wynn,
all right,
John Lovitz, Bob Dole,
and Al Pacino as MODOK.
Oh,
no.
I'm MODOK.
How about as the Abomination? I randomly pulled a top 25 Marvel villains.
No, MODOK could work. Oh, I'm a big giant head, Hulk. You want to fight me? Oh.
Yeah, jeez. No.
I just pulled up. I don't even know who MODOK is, to be quite honest with you. Here we go. I found the role for Al Pacino. Are you ready? Number 23 on the top 25 Marvel villains list, the Enchantress.
I got magic. Oh, gonna use it on the Avengers. First, you got the magic. And yeah. I already know Matthew disapproves.
All right, we've already seen Lady Deathstrike. We were gonna see Ultron.
I actually want Matthew now in every casting call with people because people will be doing their lines. But
have we seen Galactus in a movie yet?
No.
Yes, we have actually.
When did we see Galactus?
Fantastic Four 2. Booms. Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Fantastic Four 2.
Yeah, but I mean in a real movie. That counts.
That was a real movie. That counted. You know why? Because I was laying the ground.
All right, how about Kang?
Kang? Who's Kang?
I don't know. Dark Phoenix we've already seen. Loki we've already seen. Red Skull we've already seen. Magneto we've already seen. Doctor Doom we've kind of... Have we seen Doctor Doom in a movie?
Yes.
But he's part of...
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I was about to say he's not in the...
I don't remember who.
He's not in the Marvel universe as far as the Marvel universe.
That's who voiced him?
That's who played him.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Mysterio we've seen, Kingpin we've seen, Doc Ock we've seen,
Yep.
Apocalypse. Have we seen Apocalypse?
No, Apocalypse is coming up in...
We saw him in the
that's
teaser.
right, that's right. We've already got
teaser
it.
at
We've
the
got
end
and
of
Thanos we've
first-
seen.
at, the new X-Men.
It actually wasn't him. It was one of his apostles.
Bullseye. Okay,
Sorry.
I got to take a little quick
Matthew,
sideway to be like,
It's
I'm
what I
sorry,
know.
Man, come on.
but Colin Farrell, if they ever make anything with Bullseye again, especially if they bring Bullseye into Deadpool,
Yeah.
they need to get Colin Farrell back to do it because he fucking killed that role.
Well,
That'd be
they're
cool.
doing
That was the best part of that
That'd
fucking
be cool.
movie.
An opposite Ryan Reynolds,
Yes.
Colin Farrell.
Well, they're doing the...
I could totally do.
Going
I could totally
opposites.
see
I
that.
will say
Hell
this-
yeah.
I will say this.
I would
though.
watch the fuck out of that
That'd
movie.
be
Let's put it
great,
this way.
man.
They are doing the reboot of Daredevil in the Netflix series. I would say cast him for Deadpool.
He was a perfect Bullseye. His Bullseye was spot on. Like that. Honestly, that was the best part of that movie. Just the way, like his face when somebody interrupted his shot and made him miss, and he like the crazy in his eyes is something that most actors can't get quite right, and the fact that Bullseye makes his shots, and if for any reason he doesn't make his shots, whether it's for his fault or not, he gets fucking insane about it. And Colin Farrell hit that perfect. I loved Colin Farrell's Bullseye. Loved it.
No. Best part of that movie.
Absolutely. Let's see. So all these other ones we've seen. Have we? We haven't seen the Juggernaut, but I mean, who the fuck
We
cares
have.
about
Yeah.
Juggernaut?
And I actually think
In
the
what?
guy they...
What do we see in
X-Men
Juggernaut?
3.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
No, he was a good Juggernaut.
Yeah, but the movie was
It was a
lackluster.
bad movie, but it was a good Juggernaut.
Sabretooth we've seen in movies, and it wasn't
Pacino.
actually a horrible Sabretooth. I mean, it was a great movie. I think Sabretooth was probably the weak point of that movie, but it was still not horrible.
You know what the sad part is? The Sabretooth that was in the original X-Men, like the first one.
Oh, can we take just
phenomenal.
a moment to talk? You're watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
No.
Oh.
But you can go ahead and spoil.
Okay. I'm not going to spoil anything other than the newest girl they brought on recently, and I forget her character's name, forgive me, but holy fuck, she's hot as hell. I have to say that.
Eric, I'm just going to put it this way. Don't mention women anymore unless I have a chance.
I'm trying to remember what her character's name is because she just came in this last season.
Oh, God, is it the Bird Girl?
She's the one that she was married to one of the other guys, and she's been in some stuff, and I don't know who the... Bobby, is that it? Let me see this picture. Yes, okay. So the actress is Adrian Palicki? I don't fucking know her name, but anyway, she's hot as fuck. So, you're watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right, Matthew? No? Then you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, they brought a new girl on. She's hot. That's all. That's all I had to say. That was the end of the discussion right there. New girl on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., hot as fuck.
Oh. I know how Al Pacino's going to play now.
Who's Al Pacino going to play?
He's going to play Nova.
Nova. Well, let me see. I'm going to have to remind...
It's Guardians of the Galaxy. He's going to play Nova.
All right, hold on.
So as I was kind of researching about Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and the director is saying that he wants to have more of Nebula.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Hell to the yeah.
He loves Nebula's character.
Fuck yeah.
He loves Karen Gillan.
Who doesn't?
I'm totally on board.
Me too.
I'm on board.
I loved her character.
Blue and bald, I would still fuck the hell out of her.
It's not even about.
Also,
it's
great
not
character.
even about that. It was just she was awesome
No.
in the movie. Like,
No, she was a...
Yes, blah, blah, blah. But I'd fuck the hell out
and
of
the
her.
fact that she's sisters with
Gamora?
thank you. Yeah. Zoe Saldana's
Gamora.
character.
Gamora.
Gamora.
I was waiting for some... I was waiting. I was like... so I
Well,
took
Gamora, that's something, but no Gamora.
No, I'll put it this way. Yeah, Gamora. No, I totally agree with that, and I hope they do with that, because this is the thing. This is what I love. People who went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy, they either loved it, and then I've also ran a few people were like, "Oh, I hated this movie because they didn't represent females." Okay, I'm gonna break it down for you.
Fuck them.
No.
Who the fuck says that?
This is what I'm gonna say. Women, this is probably why I'm single, and I don't fucking don't fucking care. Women, comic book movies.
Who the fuck said?
Have been made for men, okay? It wasn't until probably 2 fucking years ago you women jumped on and go, I like comic books now. Guess what?
Dude.
Guess what? With those 2 female characters, yeah, they're going to give them more of a fucking backstory in the second movie. This was an introduction. I'm sorry, but who's the fucking guy on the poster? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's fucking Star-Lord.
Dude, what are you talking about? Dude, just go. What do you?
No. I've run into women that have just bitched and complained, like, well, they're not representing female characters. I'm like, I'm sorry. Guardians of the Galaxy is a fucking guy movie. Go fuck yourself. Get more fucking pussy that way.
I'm just curious who says that.
I will give you names. But
There
I'm not
are
gonna say them
some
online.
Okay. There are some women who feel very strongly that every single movie that comes out should have a strong female lead who does certain things, and they have a checklist.
A strong female lead opposite the main.
Yeah, you had that. You had that. Twilight and fucking Hunger Games.
Natalie
Go suck
Portman.
a dick.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and name movies.
No,
I'm just curious.
Here's the thing. I agree that in a lot of Hollywood films, women are underrepresented. However, in a comic book film,
in the kitchen.
Okay, I won't go that far.
Stop saying stuff
However,
like that, Steve.
in a comic book movie like this, they played the characters as they were written fairly well. And if they changed it too much, if they tried to make too much of an impact in the female aspect of the characters, it wouldn't have come off right. The movie was so great because they did such a good job with the characterization. Yes, in the second movie, they'll have a chance to expand on those female characters. There are some movies, where there's just no women in the movie inexplicably.
Dude,
there
Gamora
could totally be women in the movie, and they're just not.
Gamora was an insanely strong character.
Yeah,
she was fucking badass.
Yeah.
Same with Nebula.
The complaints from most, and I'll use the term feminist, even though I'm not trying to use that as a blanket term, but the complaint from most feminist groups that complained about it is that, oh, well, there was only one of her and there was 4 of the guys and a raccoon who was also a dude, evidently.
Yeah.
Because you saw him adjusting his balls, so he was definitely a dude. Plus, he was voiced by Bradley Cooper, who is one hot-looking man. I mean, I'm sorry. I can recognize when a guy is good-looking, and Bradley Cooper's a fucking good-looking dude.
He totally changed his voice. It was really hard to decipher that.
Oh, no.
Cooper.
Okay, Bradley Cooper, I will say this. Bradley Cooper did what everybody else does in the voice acting world. It wasn't go and be like, oh, I'm Bradley Cooper. I'm just going to use my voice. No, he literally was like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do something good. Oh, yeah.
No, he was fantastic as Rocket. I loved Rocket. I love that character. I would just love that movie altogether. That movie was fucking fantastic.
But
great
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
movie.
Okay, I go, look, it's that's the same thing. Like that.
I personally would have liked to see more Nebula.
No,
that's because I would like to see more Nebula.
No, don't get me wrong. I would
End
love.
of story.
That's the thing. Like I would. This is the thing. When you see this movie, okay, when they made Guardians of the Galaxy, there's people who are fans of the comic going like, "This is awesome." Then you have people who have never even heard of this,
Like
who
myself.
don't even know.
Honestly, that was not one that I had ever
But
read.
that's what I'm saying. There's
raising my hand.
There's even people who don't even know like what they're like. Oh, is this a comic book or what am I?
I knew Guardians of the Galaxy was a Marvel product.
But what I'm saying is
I didn't know the history of it, or I didn't know who Star-Lord was.
But this,
I knew who Rocket was.
But this is what I'm saying. This was a movie that you
I didn't
could
know
go.
who Drax was.
A movie you could jump into and go, oh my god, this is awesome.
It was just
When you make a sequel, that like literally when Rocket does his huge spiel in that bar room where he's talking about like how he's ripped apart and put together, I'm like, I want to know more about Rocket's backstory. Like
crazy.
it puts all this shit in your head going like, okay, in the second one, we're gonna touch upon more of these characters.
Well, they're just a fucking ragtag group of just fucking outlaws.
They got my dick message.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm like, look,
I love the movie, and I don't want them to change anything about it. But yes, in the next movie, if they want to highlight Nebula and Gamora, especially their relationship together, I would be totally on board with that.
Guess what?
I don't like the movie because it had more male leads than female. I like the movie because it was a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is that we have these groups that are like, I only like the movie if it has more females than men. And it's like, well, that doesn't necessarily make a good movie. It doesn't necessarily make a bad movie. Honestly, though, if you look at them,
The other ones.
There's a lot of male.
yes, the main character is a girl, but everybody else around her is a dude.
Yeah.
So it's not really.
Okay.
From a feminist standpoint, yes, you have the main title character who is the female, but she is constantly leaning on guys all the time for everything. And her main driving force throughout most of the films, and I'm assuming the books as well, because I've heard that they follow pretty closely. I haven't read them. Is dudes, and it also makes her seem a little fickle in some respects, because she always seems to be just going for whichever dude happens to be hurting right then.
Yeah.
Like whoever is in,
Peter.
like she's like, oh, I love this guy. Oh, but wait, oh, but this guy's got a thorn in his foot. Now I love him. And oh no, this guy's being tortured. Now I love this guy. She is kind of fickle when it comes to that. She's a strong female character, but
although in the latest movie she kind of set her precedence.
yes. She did also get called out on her bullshit too.
Oh, of course he. Of course he did.
He's like, because he's all like, oh, look at me, I'm sad, and she kissed him, and she's like, he's all, knew you were gonna
like,
do that,
I'm
bitch,
not gonna
because I
lie.
was sad, so you kissed me.
Did this because I wanted your attention.
Yeah.
Right. This is what we're going to end on tonight. And no, this isn't offensive or anything. I'm like, ladies, you really want a strong, you really want a strong female character that someone who gets the shit kicked out of them but fucking prevails? Fucking Lara Croft in the new Tomb Raider game. If you haven't played it, shit is that's
as long as they don't cast make a movie, but don't cast that fucking ugly hack to play her.
I'm not. No.
Who are you talking about? Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, fuck her.
Yeah, I can't stand her.
No. I'm not even talking about a movie.
So many people are like, oh,
I'm on
Angelina
your
Jolie.
side.
No. I'm not even talking about the movie. I'm talking about the latest the basically reimagined version of the Tomb Raider game that just came out, like probably last year with the sequels coming out. This is a game that I played going like, this is a strong fucking female character. The shit she gets through and the shit she has to put up with, like, I'm surprised she just didn't, like, when she got, like, she literally still has that fucking compassion of all, like, oh, I'll save them and then we'll just leave here. Like, we don't need to bother with them. And these people are like, oh, no, fuck that. We need to fucking save the sun god or whatnot. I forget what we're even doing this shit for. And, like, she's like, no. I just want to take my
Peter
friend.
Griffin showed up, evidently. In the
she's
Tomb Raider movie.
She's literally like, I want to just take my friend and leave. And these people are like, oh, fuck you. No. And then she's like, all right, fuck off then. And then she fucking murders everybody. I'm like, you want a strong female character? Play that game then, all right? I'm done with your bullshit of like, there's no strong female characters. This is a game, like, when she fucking died in the game, I couldn't even watch. Because her death scenes, I'm like, oh, fuck. That's fucking, no, it's
tear.
No, it's not tear. It's fucked up shit.
All
I'm
right.
like, why would you show me that?
So, if you want strong female leads, turn to video games, turn away from movies, evidently. Honestly, the whole thing for me, it's like, as long as the story is good, I don't give a flying shit if it's guys or girls or a mixture. It doesn't fucking matter. Tell me a good story, and then I'll worry about what fucking gender the characters were later.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. And that's the thing, is if you care about that, you're never going to pay attention to the story. There have been plenty of stories told with strong characters of both genders, and it doesn't matter. Ultimately, the story matters. I don't care if you throw a bunch of girls in the movie and be like, hey, look, we got a bunch of girls. If the movie sucks, the movie sucks. If there's a bunch of guys in the movie and the movie sucks, the movie sucks. Vice versa. It doesn't matter. Tell me a good fucking story. End of discussion. That's what I want to know.
Anyway, kids, is Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, pleasant Kwanzaa, joyous solstice, whatever the fuck you celebrate. I don't care. Have a great one. Until next week, I think we will be back next week, right? Nobody's going. Anybody got anything going on?
Nope.
Like, I think mine. The next week I have to take off is January 2nd. Other than that, I'm here through the holidays.
Dude, you take off January 2nd?
Yeah, fuck I am.
The show's done.
I'm out.
Fuck it.
I'll be in Flagstaff, and I won't be giving a shit about you people.
Swear to God.
Don't forget to check us out on the web.
Catnip will help me.
Yes.
Check us out on the web at sociallyawkwardstudios.com. Log on to the Four Eyed Radio Network website. And there's been a lot of Amazon shopping lately that we've been going through the network, so maybe we'll see a little kickback from that.
Nice. Yeah, definitely go to foureyedradio.com or the Sasquatch and click on that Amazon banner to do all your holiday shopping. It's quick, it's easy, it does not cost you a single penny more, but it does help out the network and all of the shows that we bring to you for free every day of the week, all year long, even during the holiday season when, yes, we slow down a little bit, but we're still bringing shows almost every day. So do that for us. Amazon's got everything you could possibly want.
Amazon. Buy shit from us.
And
So,
saying adios from Matthew Renfro Studios. We'll see you later.
there you go, from the Fro Studio.
Oh, until next time, tap that Fro Show.
Or bedroom.